Welcome. Session 3. Oh, my biscuits and gravy. I did not update the stream stuff. I forgot a thing, and that's what it is. But let me get it started, and then I'll do that. This is, I can't, it is probably rEvolution season, episode 2 on the Twitch stream.
Oh, it does.
That'll be updated when I get the other people talking. Welcome to our third. It's actually the third. Don't pay attention to what it... Below is a lie right now.
The bottom is a lie.
It's not a lie, it's a conspiracy.
Yes, indeed. This episode...
There is time travel in this show, let us remind you.
There is time. Ugh, hopefully not a lot. I do not have Cyto's big brain for that stuff. So...
if I had a big brain, I would have taken a 40 volumizer.
This is...
I'd have worked a lot faster.
The tentative title for this episode, because I regretted not titling episodes in Starry Seas. Even I was urged to, people told me to, but I resisted it. But this one is tentatively titled "Panic?" at the pentagram. And I'm not sorry about that at all. I'm just, as pointed out before we went live, I'm drinking a very hipster beverage. They're not sponsoring, so they don't get named, but you should know from that and the fact that it's a Tallinn.
Well, let's just say they last won an award in the 1890s sometime, I believe.
It's true. It's an award. It's an award-winning beverage. That's what I'm saying. But I am Natalie, also known as Dark Hardvark, your game master for this foray into superheroes in the 1980s. And I would like to point out that on this fine evening, my camera shifted farther over than I thought it was, because you're not supposed to see the window. But I'm dressed as Denise. Those might remember Denise was recently promoted to, would you say general manager is fair, Robin? Or like assistant?
Yeah, sure. I know the lingo.
Sure.
That is
Dennis doesn't constantly make fun of my lack of knowledge about these things.
I'm just saying, are we positive you want to take head bartender to general manager? But this isn't my fault.
Shift manager sounds good. Shift manager sounds good. Take shift manager. Shift manager is like super low on the managerial.
Shift manager,
But there's nobody in between her and Amy.
Yeah,
that's the problem.
She got the shift manager title, but she does more than a shift manager.
Yeah,
duties.
She's basically a PA.
I mean,
yeah. She needs to. I need someone there for if Amy needs to go out of town.
We all love Amy, but she is a demon. So is she gonna maybe
exactly
like not take advantage of her employees a little bit? Yes. So that is why I'm in.
The cost was your soul, Denise. I don't understand why you for a 50% raise
and a parking spot and an
a parking spot.
That insurance is pretty expensive, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's going on here, and also there is the Discord, a small but growing community. You can talk some Trek, like about the Tuesday Transporter Room 3 show. You can talk about this show. You can even interact with some of the NPCs and very soon the characters as well. The special magics that only I know. Well, other people know them too, but I don't know anybody else. Anyway,
I don't know them.
I'm going to stop being proud of things I haven't done yet and just ideas I have, because that is one of my biggest downfalls. But to keep it going, why don't we start? And I apologize for this, but it just makes the most sense after missing a session to start off with the bar owner with some maybe dubious human resources moves. Robin, a little bit about yourself and what happened to and because of Amy last time.
Hello, my name is Robin. You can find me on Twitter at KaikaC. You can also find me here on Tuesday night on the aforementioned Star Trek, The Next Generation. You can find me on My Lady Sandwich channel on Wednesday night in Once Upon a Leap, and on Thursday night in a campaign run by Aniki Toby called Azure Kingdom. Last week, Amy, we've got our first mission to find someone who has superhuman powers, a sorority girl at the U of M, University of Minnesota, who apparently was displaying signs of super strength. And so Amy thought that this seemed like a good mission for Samuel and especially Amber. And so let them take point. We also got some walkie-talkies that we could keep in communication with. I think Amy was from our new, what would Amy call them? Her new sort of supernatural partners over at the Blackstone Institute sent over some walkie-talkies. I think Amy was hoping for something a little more sophisticated, but we made it work. Picked out our call names, which is very important. Images, everything. She also decided that with this new sort of uptick in this venture of finding potentially other superpowered individuals around Minnesota and potentially around the US and the world, that she needed somebody to manage the bar, the Pentagram that she owns, the music club, while she's away. And so she promoted Denise, who, I say head bartender, but I feel like maybe she was already a shift manager. Like, I feel like that's maybe an easy way to kind of retcon some of this. Brought Denise in. Denise did not know that Amy was a demon. None of the employees know that Amy is a demon, except Denise now does, because Amy did not want Denise to be left without knowing about the various defenses that the club has in case some of the non-human guests start to get a little out of hand. And in order to bring Denise in on all that, Amy revealed that she was a demon, and made Denise sign an agreement saying that she would not intentionally or willingly relate information about the club or Amy or other the non-human individuals who frequent the club, or she would lose her soul to Amy. So that was kind of a big move. Amy is trying to tap into the minion market a little more aggressively. Maybe it's because she feels like she is now a minion of Eliza Blackstone and doesn't like that very much, that she's decided to create minions of her own. I don't know, but
it's a multi-level minion scheme.
Multi-level minion scheme, exactly. It's a real 80s multi-level minion scheme. Oh, and I think also, I believe Amy knows that Samuel and Amber were successful in talking to, what's her name? Oh, I looked up everybody else's names but hers.
Heather, the sorority girl?
Heather, yes, Heather. And contacting Heather, although I don't actually know if Amy knows that they're bringing Heather to the club tonight. I don't know that Amy knows that, actually. So we'll see how that goes.
No, that discussion went on over the radios.
Did it? Okay.
Because Zach knows.
Okay.
So he's not asking what kind of pizza Heather wants.
If I remember correctly, and if people have thought in the intervening time about things they want to roleplay before that, but if I remember correctly, it was going to be Heather arriving at the club time before we broke off.
Yeah, I just wasn't sure if Amy actually knew that that's what was going to happen. Yes, because I believe we ended with Zach getting a bunch of pizza.
And me having steak and lobster catered in because I'm not slumming it.
Are there gold flakes on the pizza? Oh, then obviously. I don't want any. All right, let's just roll. Let's mix it up a little bit and let's talk to Dennis a little bit about yourself and what happened to and because of Samuel C. Vanderwall of the Vanderwalls.
Well, hi, I'm Dennis. Whoop. And my Twitter is Holy Night Petty. My Discord is Lord Petty Panda. La 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 la. Anyways, you can find me here on Sundays playing your delightful heterosexual male who is mega straight. Every Sunday, especially on a drunk Sunday.
That is the straight lingo, mega straight.
Yeah.
Uber straight.
And for good, buddy.
Anywho, you can also find me on Wednesdays on Lady Cyto's channel. I did that last time.
You put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable.
It's fine. Playing your delightful little bunny folk, who's also very rambunctious. Well, what happened to me? Well, a lot happened. I didn't ask for any of the important information before Amber and I went to go hang out with Heather. Put some money on the table. I flirted with some house mother. I almost watched Amber get her ass beat, but that did not happen because Amber is crafty. And then I ordered some food, and and gave Amber some drugs, even though she was the one driving us. All the fun things.
You taught her how to drive.
That is right.
You taught her how to drive
me
wasted.
drugs, and I'm
You know what?
And I'm driving.
I just realized where I was
it's
going
the
with that.
80s.
Don't
People
do that.
drive all the time on coke.
No, you have a driver.
You do.
No, not for this mission.
Oh.
No, we did not. Yeah, that's super dangerous. But you know what?
It's the
We
80s.
live on the edge.
It's the 80s indeed. Don't do drugs and drive. Even if
Don't.
you time travel back to the 1980s.
Show them there's a better way.
Yeah. A better way.
Educate us.
Make everybody hold hands across America. Other things that happened in the 80s. Jazzercise. Moving on over to Hope. A little bit about yourself and what happened to or because of Zachary last time.
Yeah, I'm Hope Tracy. You can find me here on Sunday nights, and for Zach Brighton, he's a truck driver. He moves boxes from here to there, and gets along with most folks, whether they want to or not.
Aggressively friendly.
That was a train. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
And then on Monday nights on Lady Cyto's channel, where I play a Why Not Wild Magic Sorcerer, who just keeps getting in trouble through no fault of her own, really. I mean, just following everyone else. And then again on Dark Artworks channel for Star Trek, talk with Robin and Natalie. Last week, mostly Zach went and played cards with some, other dock workers because he wasn't needed, but he did get everyone acclimated to their radios, gently introduced some lingo. Well, more on that later. And he's picked up lunch lunch for some people. With a significant look toward Amber and Samuel. And he's ready to meet everyone at 7 at the club.
All right. And last but certainly not least, if she is available, she is Milady Cyto. You've heard about her. Now hear from her.
Hello, my name is Milady Cyto, and you can catch me here where I play tabletop games on Sundays, and I play as Amber, the wonderful drug addict. I would say anti-villain, anti-superhero. I almost got my ass kicked like last session. I almost went through a window, but you know what? Because of the dice, I somehow managed to win an arm wrestling match with a super mutant with super strength. So either like my powers kick in weird ways, which I'm completely here for it. Like I'm absolutely here about it. I'm going to be holding that memory for the rest of my life. But yes, I play tabletop games on my channel at Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and sometimes Saturdays. And I normally look better than this. So it is what it is right now. But I'm just really glad that I could be here because I really love playing tabletop games with everyone, and I wouldn't miss it for the world.
You might look more like you're expressing yourself most of the time, but you still look as gorgeous as you always do. But thank you for sharing your beautiful visage with us, even when you aren't feeling it the best.
You can even see my dimples. I hate it so fucking much.
Dimples are so cute. Anyway, let's not dwell on that. And risk making somebody uncomfortable. Let's get the party started. I just realized I might need Heather's character sheet. So, it is the agreed upon time. I don't remember when it was. I think it was like 8 o'clock.
She was getting picked up at 7, I believe.
You picked up at 7.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it's probably like a. I can guesstimate this fairly accurate, actually. It's probably like a 15, 20 minute drive.
15.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah. 10 or 15 minutes. She gets there at about 20 after because she did, she wasn't downstairs eagerly waiting because that's just not what Heather would do. Right? I can't imagine any Heather. I shouldn't. I actually have a sister named Heather. I shouldn't. And she was very much not like that kind of Heather, but that's just goes to show you cliches are not always true. Anyway, enough. I'll step down from my tiny, random, accidental soapbox. But it's about 7:20 when she arrives, and she is, man, I can't believe I don't have an outfit set to describe for her, but she is decked out in 80s sorority girl grandeur.
You're muted, Den.
I'm muted?
No, Dennis is.
Dennis.
I think he was sassing.
Yeah, I was.
Sassin' and frassin'? Well, darn it.
What were you saying, Dennis? What was that?
I saw Natalie go to her computer, and so I was asking if she was Googling sorority girl attire, and then I was like, I said girl.
But you, yes. Yes, I was. Unfortunately, most of what gets brought up is like modern time parties of people dressing up as 80s for the party. But yes, she looks however everybody's imagining a bitchy sorority girl named Heather in the 80s dressing to go out to a club, not a goth club, mind you. She's dressing to go to your regular run of the mill.
Yeah, I think last week you said she had a sparkly dress.
A sparkly dress for sure. Yeah. She is very much a piece of bubblegum stuck on the platform studded metal boots. Walking into this place. Although,
well, it's 7:20, so Zach is on his second piece of pizza because
there we go.
He was here at 7. I think he's like kind of he's lined up all the boxes to be not quite like level, but almost purposely chaotically arranged in a line. And yeah, he'll lean over the railing of the balcony with a piece of pizza in his hand and point to her and say with a mouthful of pizza, "Hey, that chick's here."
Zach. We've talked about this. You need to chew your food first.
So wait, actually, just a question here, though.
That's what we're going to talk about.
What you got, Rob?
I can't stop him elsewhere, but that I can at least make it civilized.
So you are here, right? So it's only Mark. Is Mark getting out of the car with her or not?
Mark is definitely just chilling in the car.
Okay. So she's coming in by herself, which means that she's going to have to go through, the bouncer security person.
Sure. Did Amy mention anything? Oop, I should take us back to the main scene.
About an underage girl coming to the bar?
If you can put it that way, which is very accurate, yes.
Wait,
Well,
I mean,
under 21. I mean, she's what, 19?
I was gonna
Well, yeah,
say,
she's
yeah.
19, 20.
I mean, you used to be
Somewhere
able to get into the club at 18. I mean, some places you still can get in the club at 18. You just get marked as an M, so you can't get
Yeah.
alcohol.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, I think that 18 is the cutoff point for Amy's club.
All right.
Okay.
So no. But did you give them a heads up about?
Yes, Amy, I think would have done that.
Okay. And who are the which bouncers working right now?
We're gonna say Jeremy is working.
Jeremy. Okay, let me.
Can we roll a hotness for Jeremy?
Sure. Give me a D100.
Okay. I will gladly do this.
Okay.
I rolled an 11.
Jeremy is not conventionally attractive. Whether any individual would find him attractive, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. But he is not conventionally attractive. He's probably like a retired boxer who didn't have a very good career. It's like cauliflower ears and a broken nose.
It's like that. What is it? That Mo, when he's like, used to box under Kid Gorgeous, then Kid Okay Looking, then Kid Ugly, then just Kid Mo.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Yes, I will say that I think there are. I'm going to say there are like paper armbands.
Okay.
And there's several different varieties. So there's one for underage, like under 21, over 21, but then there's also other ones for like VIP. There's also ones for people who, let's say, are able to get these special drinks that have mixers in them that humans can't drink.
Sure.
So, there's a.
You don't want to be wearing that armband. If you don't, you shouldn't be wearing it.
Yeah, you shouldn't be wearing it if. Exactly. So.
All right. Well, your bouncer is a professional. So she gets inside. I'm assuming that Amy has like no patience for fools amongst her employees.
It depends on the kind of foolishness, I suppose. Probably.
Fair enough, but not somebody who's going to hassle. I imagine not bouncers that are going to hassle people, even if they look a little out of the norm for the clientele.
No, I don't. Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, so she.
Especially since I think Jeremy got a warning that she was coming. I mean, otherwise, Jeremy's eyebrows might have gone up.
And he might have been like, "Excuse me, miss, I think you're in the wrong place."
Mm-hmm.
Not any judgment, but just making sure she does want to enter. Yeah, so she sees Zach with pizza hanging out. She's horrified, but also intrigued because Zach is not an ugly man. And she heads up the stairs. Walks over. Is everybody up?
I mean, there? Amy, I think, is probably moving around a lot at this point,
sure.
I would guess. So Amy is probably not up there, although I'm guessing...
Everybody else is probably eating their lobster and or pizza as appropriate.
I'm assuming that she will be...
Because I'd imagine Amber's
been alerted that through the grapevine that Heather has arrived. So
sure.
She will probably...
So not up there now, but she knows and can make her way there when she desires.
Yeah, Zach will drop the remainder of his pizza on a paper plate and sort of roughly scrub his face and his hands with paper towel so he can offer it to shake.
No, I'm good, thanks. So, like, I thought this was a club. Like,
Well, yeah, what's the issue? Don't you see a club?
I mean, yeah, but like, not my scene. What? I mean, whatever. Like, the drinks are free tonight, right?
Sure.
All right. Well, I mean, whatever then.
Jack just looks around, like, kind of fretfully.
She stands there awkwardly for a moment and it's like looks to Zach and says, "So what's your power?"
Just, Heather,
What?
we should work on your tact. You don't just ask people what their power is.
Okay.
Jack just
well,
like lets his eyes
I mean,
blink
you
into
all know
the
what I do.
firefly image.
Well,
seems only fair.
It's
Like, what do? Do you just have like
Samuel, it's
super money
fine.
or something, like a super credit card or something?
I create a chair, and
Are you her sugar daddy or something? Like, what is that?
Well, essentially, yes. And then I just create a chair for her to sit down.
So you're like a magic Ethan Allen or something? Like,
I'm talented. Let's just put it at that.
okay.
And I wink at her.
She
Jack does laugh at that.
she tries to play it off like she's disgusted and hates you, but you're a very attractive man. There's a little bit of a blush, a little bit of flush that comes to her cheeks, and she starts daydreaming a little bit about dropping out of school and being a kept woman.
Don't misread the intentions. Amber is still my number one.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ask you to roll a deception.
I would say, as I have a piece of lobster pizza in my mouth.
Yeah.
Lobster pizza.
That's not from the store. She just mixed her 2 available dinners together.
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm sure you
It
can get it now,
exists.
and I'm sure you could probably get it somewhere in the 1980s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
Like
I
over-
doubt. I
over
doubt.
near where Hope lives, probably.
Oh.
Well, yeah. I
You
doubt
can-
that's the
it's
kind of
okay
place
if you put
Zachary
it on
would
the
be going
pizza
to,
after
though.
it cooks, but I don't recommend. Like
Well,
the timing
yeah.
isn't right. You put it on raw.
Very
No, definitely not.
sage wisdom.
It overcooks.
Makes the lobster very dry.
Mhm.
So, what's your deception check then? Oh my stars!
Me?
Yes, the one who said that
Oh,
Amber was his number
I'm so
one.
sorry. Oh god, damn! I gotta roll that. Fuck. Ooh, an 11. What
You're
have I-
on her radar. If she wasn't thinking about being your wifey,
Okay, one
then she
moment.
might not be thinking about it.
Deception.
This has nothing to do with her sussing out if you're gay. This has to do with sussing out if she could drive a wedge between you and become the wife.
Oh.
Yeah.
Little hussy.
Some would say she's ambitious.
16.
Ambericious.
Yes. She smirks, and what's your what's it called when you don't have to roll? Your routine check for insight, Dennis or
One moment.
Samuel.
15.
Yeah, she well, let me. Oh yeah, I'm doing it based off that. Never mind. You don't notice anything. So, I mean, she gives you a smirk, but you don't read anything into it. Okay, so we got chairman. I don't even know what like you would call yourself if you're gonna do a secret identity.
Chairman is wonderful.
Okay, chairman. So how about
It's better than Captain Rainbow.
why would you be Captain Rainbow?
Long story. Don't ask.
Okay.
And then I glare at Amy.
Oh, Amy
Amy's not there. Well, I guess
Amy's
it's
not
up
there.
to yeah.
Amy, I think Amy has emerged from her office and is talking to Denise very agitatedly.
Well, let's do it. Do you have something in mind, or was that just flavor?
No, she does. I think she does.
Okay. Well,
I do have something in mind.
Let's swing to that.
Okay.
Yeah, boss.
Oh, Denise, I'm glad that. Oh, that looks very nice.
Thank you.
So we've got a very special VIP here tonight. I didn't know they were coming.
Well,
I
okay.
had to change acts. I changed acts at the last minute, so we've got Empty Void coming instead of Dissolute Monument. I think
good. Well, I don't have
she-
to tell you why they're not that Dissolute's not in the green room.
They're going to be a little late.
Okay.
And, Bruno and Brianna like to. Bruno and Brianna are this is a side note, are the VIP, people who do the VIP service. They like to dress, as you know, in a theme appropriate attire. So they are, of course, running a little bit late because they have to switch what they were going to wear. So if you could cover the VIP section until they get here, that would be great.
Totally. Yeah. Bruno's going to be a real bitch about that, though.
Don't I know it?
All right. Well,
Thanks, Denise.
you got it, boss. And I'll make sure you don't hear anything from Bruno about it.
Oh, that's fine. He should be annoyed. I know he puts a lot of time into it.
Into being annoyed?
Both.
Is that she turns to go then, or did she have more?
No, that was it. And now I'll start walking up towards where Heather is.
What's her routine perception?
Denise?
No, you.
Oh, me. 18.
She lets out she was keeping her poop in a group really well, talking to you, but she lets out a big exhale and like a shiver when you walk away that she's trying to hide from you.
I let it pass. I don't.
Yeah, she's.
Yeah, say anything because she doesn't seem to want me to know about it. So I'm not going to put her on the spot about it.
Fair enough.
What are you afraid of me, a demon? What's up with that?
I mean, she's handling it better than I would find out.
Why are you afraid?
Don't be scared of me.
And I will say Amy is, I think for whatever reason, she has her jacket on. So she's got slightly more business polished look.
Like her blazer jacket sort of thing?
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, because it's right around 7:30, 7:45. So like, I would say the club is definitely like still very much filling up.
Sure.
At this point, I would guess.
Yeah, that makes sense. I'd imagine like doors open at 7, band starts like 8:30 or something. People are filing in to get what little seating there is. I guess I should take a moment. I need the program that I was using to design the club is one of the things that I still need to sort out with the computer, so I'm behind on that. But I can say there's a double door front entrance that shoots right like directly in front of that, probably 5 or 6 feet. There's a section of curved wall that just on the other side is the dance floor, circular dance floor with a pentagram in the center. As is the name of the club. To the left and right, that's where the bouncers are. That's where Bruno would have been. Or not Bruno. I'm sorry, Jeremy would have been doing his bouncerly duties and checking IDs and stuff. And then to the left, or you can go to the left or right from there. Either way, if you stay along the wall, there's a set of stairs that take you upstairs to where our heroes currently are on the VIP the whole balcony area is the VIP section, which is a ridiculous amount of space because Amber, Samuel, Brianna, and Bruno are the only 4 VIPs ever, but they are very generous VIPs.
Oh, there are. In fact, I was going to actually have Amy is going to stop off at another table up there while she's going to be going over to our table.
Excellent. I can tell you right now, I love that idea. But I do think there would be, and then if you go to the left side, on the left wall, there's a side entrance for deliveries. That's where, when Zach is parked and coming in and out, that's where Zach is going in and out from.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have an addiction to symmetry. So it's a very symmetrical building. The other side is the same, although it butts up against what's going to be the Blackstone Institute and their school there. So there is currently is no door on the wall. Maybe there will be in the future, maybe not. I don't know. Amy has a big say in if that happens. It's just a wall, but both sides have doorways that lead to hallways that loop around in a big U behind the stage and public restrooms. And along the back wall in that hallway are 4 rooms, at least as it stands right now. I might be subject to change, but there's one of the 2 in the middle at the least is the green room for the bands, because there's a lot of acts that come through, and part of how Amy keeps it so poppin' is the bands have a good comfy time. They got a nice green room with their own. It's a tiny little bathroom, but it's better than having to go out into the club and stuff like that. And then Amy's office with all of the gadgets and gazmos and whatsits, and the employee room with like their little lockers and stuff to store their stuff for their shift, and like a little table to sit at and stuff like that. And the 4th room, probably storage for bottles of booze and whatnot. So that's kind of the layout of the club. And then in an indeterminate place, because I've just remembered that it exists, there is a place to go upstairs, probably in that supply room, that leads to the efficiency apartment and stuff upstairs on the 2nd floor. And that's the layout of the club, because we're going to be potentially spending the whole, who knows what's going to happen, but it's very possible we're spending the whole night in the space. So I thought it'd be good to make sure it's fresh and roughly on the same page, at least. There are like stools and little tables, probably enough seating for 8 people total between the left and right side. Hi, Slick. So there's the wall, an opening for dancers to go in and out, a pillar, a railing, and another pillar, and then an opening, and then the stage. And lined up against those railings around the dance floor is where there's a seating for 8. Like little stools and tiny little tables. It's the only place where the non-VIPs really have a chance to sit down, because this is a music venue club. It's made for dancing and getting thirsty and buying more drinks and all that stuff. So, with all that established, because it could become important, certainly not hinting at anything with panic ? At the disco being the episode title.
Right.
Yeah, so people are filing more in. There would have been more a little more conversation before Amy does make it up the stairs after her conversation with Denise, and we're going to a different table. But we'll this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna float back to the group, and then we're gonna float to the other table that Amy stops at. So picking back up with Heather, Cinna, you guys, she's really, she's making it known, but still, she's making it known, but being as polite as she can by making it known. But she is really like sizing Amber up and like, what do I need to do to make him stop pretending that this little hood rat or whatever is her, this little trash princess is her number one, and Heather can be the real number one. Because
Sweetheart, it's gonna take a lot more than that.
If anybody wants to comment on that, like I said, like
Does Amber actually say that?
she's
If
playing.
I get that, if I get that,
go.
sorry, if
Okay.
I get that idea, if there a way can I suss it out?
I'll tell you what is, if your routine check for insight is above a 10, you're picking up on it. Because like I said, she is. She's being polite.
Just her or
she's
all of us?
very, very like waspy behavior from her.
Okay. Yeah. Zach's gonna, kind of lean into the conversation and be like, "Oh yeah, so I heard you're at the college down there. What are you studying?"
I'm studying business.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Really,
A lot of you ladies these days studying business. That's a good move.
that's right. She's softening a little bit as she realizes you're not being one of those guys.
Like, literally just killing time. So we got more than just this kind of pizza. We got some other flavors over here. I mean, Amy hasn't come back up yet, but she's
I'm sure it's great, but I've like reached my carb limit for the day already. So, but thank you.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Zach's hand gets kind of like itchy and it goes for the radio. And then like he's gonna depress the button and then just say very softly into the radio, "Ladies, there."
I'm just happy that we can help you get a school so you can work your powers better.
Yeah, I'm sure working stuff better is your specialty.
She kind of gestures over to. I was like, yeah, you wouldn't be wrong.
I just lean back and am cracking a lobster shell.
Yeah. So anyway.
So you're gonna you gonna keep pursuing that, or are you just gonna do the school thing?
I mean, I think I'm already pretty fucking good at using my powers. But it'd be foolish to not see if you guys might actually be able to help. So what about you, Amber? Like, I know it's rude or whatever, but if we're gonna be sisters,
like, totally, but I'm thinking about maybe. See, I'm part of a special program with the school, and like, it's not any, no offense to you, of course. I'm sure like you're doing really good, but it's just I was specially selected for this type of operation. Maybe like after a couple of maybe a year or so, they're probably gonna get you right in the same thing. So.
Oh, you're specially selected, like you're having to do for me.
Well.
So like, they just found you first because you're probably less of a threat.
Tea coffee.
They had to build up numbers before they went to the big badass people.
This is not magic coffee.
I just want to look at Zach and just tell him, I think I started a problem.
You wanted to play the gorgeous rich man in the 80s.
I did.
So I hate to tell you this, and trust me, do I hate to tell you this? But there's an old saying. Maybe you need to relearn it. Like, maybe it's just best I don't tell you. You wouldn't get it
whatever.
anyways.
Sure, I wouldn't get it. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I think your pizza's getting cold, and I have to powder my nose. And she just gets up and turns.
Don't
and
powder it too hard. I've seen it happen before.
She's storming off, but she does. Here's a question for you, Cyto. Are you really trying to I'm gonna give you the choice.
I like choices.
If you would like to roll an intimidation check, you can.
Oh no, I'm gonna intimidate the shit out of
Okay.
a specific person once she leaves out the room.
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. That was a test, and you passed.
There's gonna be an eyebrow raise after she leaves the room, and she'll be like, it's just something about this situation. Mind you, she's probably just laying on the couch, very lackadaisical, and she's kind of rolls her head back, and she looks over and says, I know you can't help yourself, right? But just remember, you can't help yourself. Okay, so I'm gonna need you to put a little effort in when she returns, or no.
I can't help that I'm hot.
Yeah, but you can do something about it. You can say some things, okay?
Did you give
You're
me the
dating this.
intimidation check?
Yeah. I'll give you an intimidation check. Natural 20.
Holy
God fucking Christ.
You notice, Amber notices.
I think
Amber
it's a playful intimidation. I don't think it's anything
sure.
you should be
it's not. You're
afforded,
not trying. You're mean girling her back.
listen.
You're not gonna. You're not take it outside. You're mean girling her back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of more like an intimidation. You just made me look bad, and I thought we were close, but you're not doing your job right now, and it's hurting my feelings, and you don't want to know what happens when it hurts my feelings. You thought the fax machine was a problem?
She was going. Amber knows this. Other people would have to make a perception or insight check to know this, but Amber definitely knows. She was lifting up her. You knew exactly what she was going. She was lifting up her hand to flip you off, and then you threw some intimidation in it, and it'd be difficult for other people to notice, but she picks up her pace a little bit, walking away from you with your just instinct, if nothing else, to walk a little faster away from the threat. She keeps her shit together enough to not turn back or anything, or give any other indication, but she does start walking a little faster away from you. And let's head on over to the conversation. What other table?
Somebody give me a name.
Amber, with all the sassafras indeed, slick click, was not disappointed in that exchange whatsoever.
Cyto, give me a name.
Let's call it. It's a VIP table.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call it the.
No, this is a person's
No, we're
name.
not calling it the tequila. Person's name. We're gonna call them. Ooh, let's call them Devin.
Okay.
All right.
Because it's
awesome.
it's kind of like a play on devil,
So Amy stops at the table of a very pale man who probably can give Samuel a run for his money in terms of attractiveness, even if it's in a very different way.
Oh, and he has a hot name now too, so it's like a double thing.
Like Amy wearing sunglasses, and Amy stops by and says, "Devin, it's so good to see you," and does the European kiss on the cheeks greeting.
Oh my god, it's like I fucking tried to plan something with you. This is so perfect. Okay.
too much? I'm sorry.
No, it's great. Yeah, so cool to be here, Amy. Thank you for having me again. Kisses,
Oh my
darling.
god, I was not preparing that.
I don't know that he actually has to be European. It's just that it's like an affect.
Oh
It doesn't
no!
have to be,
Oh
but
no!
It's done now.
It's done now. So
Too late. It's too late. It's too late.
I was working in this character tonight, if I could, or this voice, I should say.
Oh, okay.
It just happened. It just happened to. You guys set me up perfectly for it. Thank you.
Do it again. Do it again.
I'll say, Devin, there's been a slight change in musical acts tonight.
Okay, that's a shame. I'm looking to hear the ripping new tracks.
Well,
They're
we've
super
got
cool
empty.
band.
We've got Empty Void coming. There's
Empty Void. They're pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you could,
Yeah.
if you could put out the call to people you know around town who might not otherwise have come tonight, that it'd be great if they could fill
Sure,
up
I'll
the
do
dance
that.
floor.
Yeah. There's actually some super big. What was the name of the band again? Sorry.
Empty Void.
There's a bunch of actually super big Empty Void fans in town. We saw some in Munich last summer. It was delightful.
I say, awesome. And because it's short notice and you're doing me a big favor, everybody you bring in gets one AB cocktail for free.
Oh my god, you're totally the best. It is so cool of you. Here, this is one of my fancy chocolate cigarettes. You can't get them in the States. I have to import them. It's very expensive.
Is it real chocolate?
They're made in East Germany. It's very hard to get a hold of in the States. But just super cool. So you can have one.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, do you like chocolate?
Of course.
Okay, I do not want to presume I like chocolate. It's a very good treat. It's very cool to have a chocolate cigarette and stand out on the street. It's a very cool thing to do.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that very much, Devin. You're too kind. And I think at this point, like, I see Heather like striding away, and I'm like, looks like there's something else I have to attend to. Good to see you, Devin.
Can I get a vibe check from the character? Just curious. Is it a vibe like? Are you guys giving a vibe of like how remotely close are these two characters? It's for like chat, of course. I'm just doing it for you, chat. It's just for you. Of course.
It's absolutely up to Amy. Devin would have made overtures at some point in time, but he's also super cool. Like if she shot him down, like he wouldn't be coming back.
Oh no,
and being
they've you know,
done it.
I believe you used banged last time.
They've banged. Yeah, they've definitely banged.
Yeah, we totally did it. It was
We did
radical.
It.
I mean,
Oh my god.
sometimes it's, you know, good to bang a being who can keep up with your stamina.
Right? That's what I'm saying. I don't have to worry about Amy breaking me in half or me breaking Amy in half. It's just a totally cool time.
Are we hearing this?
For Amy,
To remind you all that Zach actually has a pretty decent stamina, so don't be looking at me like that.
Well, you're not always in town, though.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if anybody was thinking those are jabs at Zach, they are
no,
not.
absolutely not.
I also have decent stamina. I would just like that to be pointed
In
out.
fact, Devin's also probably made overtures at Zach at some point in time.
What was that?
I would like to say I don't think I have decent stamina. So
Devin has also definitely like made advances towards Zach.
Oh, yeah.
It's all cool. I don't care.
Yeah.
Boys, girls, non-binary folk. It's all fine. Just party. Let's have party. I like it when people do the cocaine, and then I drink some of their blood, because that's the only way that I get an effect from the cocaine.
Yeah. That's great.
I have not been thinking about this character for 2 weeks at all.
Is Devin hot? I just want to know. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, I
Devin.
feel like Zach and Amy would have sex with anything with a pulse, but I just really want to
That's
know
not
if Zach
true.
is hot.
Well, I don't
Amy
exactly
and
have a
Zach both
pulse.
have,
If that's
like,
cool with you.
I don't think Devin has a pulse, but
Oh, true.
If I'm really full, if I've fed like really well, if I'm really fat on the hog, as they say, then yeah, I might have a faint pulse for a bit, but I'm not going to. I do not. I mean, if it's cool, I hope it's cool.
Well, I would like to interject and say that Devin is at a different table in a different part of the VIP section.
This is true. It is like a good third of the club floor space.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's not here.
But
Devin's
Devin's also not being quiet, so you might have heard him a little
I don't
bit.
think Devin's being quiet. I think, Amy is being a little quiet just because she is trying to rearrange things in a hurry. And I think, Amy's got kind of a low, throaty voice anyway, so I don't think her voice carries super well anyway.
Is Samuel looking over there at all?
Yes. I want to know how close they are based on Heather just walking into the joint yelling, "What are your powers?"
Oh, he didn't. It didn't. He would have. He would have given a look oh, that's kind of uncouth. You don't. He would have looked something of that kind of I have a lot of money and I'm aghast situation. He would have done that kind of look that you would have very easily picked up on. Lagasp, I can't believe it.
I would just want to know what I would taste like to a vampire, with my.
Well, it's cool if you want to find out.
Blood.
I'm kind of hungry if you're down. Some people find it erotic. I will warn you. They find it erotic. It goes through their body, and they're like, "Ooh, I like this. Give me some more of this." He went kind of.
Has Heather returned?
No, she stormed off.
Yeah, Amy has left. So are we presuming that a chat has started between Devin and Samuel, or is this all
I think it was just looking across the room. And actually, just to put a little quick button on that, he also takes out his big brick 80s cell phone, but his is covered in Swarovski crystals because Devin's loud and proud, and he tips it to you because you're probably the only two people in the place that have a cell phone.
Mm-hmm.
He tips it to you yeah, we're super cool. We got cell phones.
We do the nod.
And he starts making calls like Amy asked.
Because Amy is going to try and intercept
and
Heather.
Yeah, you hear him start making the first calls too as you're walking away. Because again, he's oh yeah, it's super cool. The Void band is gonna play. We saw him in Munich last summer. It was righteous. As you hear as you walk away. Free AB blood drink for all of us. Yeah, round. And you walk after Amber. Do you try to catch up with her or just let her?
Heather?
Yeah,
yes,
Heather,
I do.
Sorry.
I do. I try to catch up on her on the floor.
Okay, yeah, you're able to time it well enough. She's not. After she started, she got about halfway down the stairs and she slowed back down to a more normal pace. Got composed of herself enough. So you're able to time it,
Yeah, if I have to use a little bit of super speed to do it, I will.
Yeah, maybe
could,
yeah.
Or jump a couple more steps than one ought to be able to jump in what I'm wearing.
Yeah, for a little flare, sure. Yeah, you have to. Yeah, but just a little burst.
And I will go up to her and I will play a real gambit card here and say, "Oh, Heather, is that?"
You talk first before laying a hand on her.
Yes.
Or you don't lay a hand on her. I
don't lay a hand on her. I put my hand out to shake hands.
Okay. She spins around because she was half expecting Amber to come after her. She turns around very aggressively, but very quickly sees. Well, it starts actually softening before she totally turns around because it registers with her that that's not Amber's voice. Yeah?
You're not leaving already, are you?
I will. She was. She was very clearly heading toward the bathroom. If you want to still, okay. No, I just wanted to make sure.
Yep. No, Amy
is. That's a good question to ask, even if you know she was headed that way.
Yep.
That's where you go to call the cab. Quietest place in the club.
No, she's gonna go do some coke because the drinks are free tonight, so she will stay. At least she's been told the drinks are free. Like, I was just gonna powder my nose. What? Who are you?
My name is Amy. I own the pentagram.
Oh, it's lovely. I'm not gonna make.
Sorry.
I'm just gonna assume that your routine check is high enough to catch. She did not mean that.
I apologize if it's not your scene. Hopefully, I've arranged for a band to play that has all the rage in Europe.
Okay, like that's kind of cool. Like, all right, European. Like, what's their name? Like,
Empty Void.
that's kind of from. Oh, I mean, all right, sure, I guess.
Well, between you and me,
my older
after
brother was into them.
After a couple of drinks between you and me, they all start to sound a little bit the same.
She gives a genuine little chuckle to that.
I'm sorry. Is there anything that I can get you? And I will signal over for Denise.
Yeah, she walks with a quickness over to you. You can tell she's doing, because you know exactly what the situation is, and you're on the lookout for it, I presume. She knows it would be weird if she ran to you, but she definitely wants to make sure that she's like attentive and like not gonna get eviscerated by her demon boss or something. But she is managing to keep it very cool around you and whatnot. Yeah, boss.
Again, that outfit looks fabulous.
Thank you.
This is Heather. She's a special guest of the club tonight. If you could make sure that whatever she wants that we have, that she gets it, at least until Brianna gets here, and then you can have Brianna take care of it.
And I'll let Brianna. Girl, I love and she like following your orders. She turns to Heather, says, "Girl, I love your dress. Is that? Oh God." Totally froze on like an 80s store.
What's the one I kept seeing? 135.
Did you get that? Is that a 135? Like, oh my God, yes, thank you. Yeah, I just got it yesterday. And I just realized how similar Denise and Heather's voice.
Yeah,
so like I got you till Brienne is here, but what's your drink? Oh my God, thank you. Yeah, like I'll have a and she like her eyes flick over to Amy real fast because she's underage, so she doesn't know if she's gonna get cut off or not. But she says, "I'll have a Long Island iced tea. That'd be like totally radical. Thank you."
Not a problem.
Of course. Okay, like I'm gonna go powder my nose then.
All right. Thanks, Denise. I say after like Heather kind of walks away, and then I'll go back upstairs to where Amber, Samuel, and.
All right, as you're heading back up there.
I want to call you Nick for some reason all of a sudden, Zach.
Oh goodness.
That's funny.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think I knew probably like equal amount of Zachs and Nicks back in the 80s, actually.
Oh yeah.
I think that's why it popped into my head. Thinking of the boyfriend from
all
Family
boys
Ties.
were either named Zach, Nick, or Corey in the 80s. Every one of them.
Yep.
So how did the group react after Heather left?
What was that? Wow.
I mean,
is there any right way to talk to her?
I would think yes, but sadly, no. She was kind of like that when we met her.
Well, I hope her power makes her real valuable.
I mean, strength is just, it's just the basic power, right? Do we need her? I mean, Amber could just cipher.
I think this is about starting a school or something. You gotta fill the seats.
Yeah. Maybe if she learns that she can get her ass handed to her by someone else, maybe she'll. No, my dad always did tell me that sometimes you just need a good ass whooping.
Amber can manage that? She having a bad day today?
I think so.
You gotta feed her. He's saying right in front of Amber.
I fed her today, people.
I fed her today.
I fed her earlier.
Since
I made sure we ate before we went to the college.
Since Cyto has had to step away, unfortunately, I will say that she's enjoying her lobster pizza, and through a mouthful of it, says, "Zach gets it." That's all I'll dare to do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's about this time that Amy walks back up to the group. You do pass Devin on the stairs on his cell phone, heading down as you go up. But yeah, you are all together in your little VIP section. Heather is still not returned.
Could I do
keeping
a
an
perception
eye.
check to see if Devin went to the bathroom?
What kind of check did you say?
Perception or insight? I don't know what you want me to do.
Perception is easy. You definitely see him, but to suss out specifically that he's going to the bathroom, I'll need an investigation roll. Yeah. Perception is like to notice something. Insight is to like read into motivations and things.
Cool. 24.
A 24?
Is he going outside to make a phone call or to the bathroom?
That's good enough. I'll say you're able to like kind of coolly like play it off as like a stretch to take a peek if you want to be coy about it.
Of course.
But you do see him kind of walk to the bathroom.
Okay.
Area. And the whole time he's like, yeah, it's so we saw them in Munich. Yeah, that's when you had the 3 virgins. Yeah. It was a good night. Come on down, it's gonna be a super cool party. Amy's got us, and then he's too far away for you to hear anymore.
As Amy is approaching the table, Zach picks up his radio again and says, "Lady 666, about to answer any of us?" Over. Lady 666, this is Mountain Magic. Over.
I walk
need a
up to
10-9.
I walk up to the table and I hit the button and I lean really close to Zach and say, "Can I help you with something? Mountain magic."
He blindly picks up the radio, even though the feedback is squealing
I was going to
across
say,
the building.
Amy's voice is her point is punctuated by a little squelch from the feedback.
And he says into the radio, which is just screaming, "Where were you 2 minutes ago before she and Amber had a tiff?" Looking right at Amber. Over.
We did not have a tiff.
tips. It's Heather.
Yeah, we.
Sorry.
It's so awkward.
It's only awkward if you make it.
I sit in a chair so that I can watch for Heather, because I want to give Heather her own space to kind of, get a sense of the wider ocean that she is now going to be traveling in.
Sure.
To some extent. But I still want to keep an eye out for her and what she is getting up to. But I will say, is that what happened?
She came over here, all prim as could be. 2 of them took one look at each other, and it was all something.
while I don't want to relive this moment because it was great, I'm going to go to the bathroom.
It was great
real
for
quick.
who?
I'm gonna go to the
Like,
bathroom.
I'm sorry?
And I give Amber a baggie of weed to roll up real quick, and I just wink at her, and hopefully she gets the point of where I'm going and what I'm going to do.
Got it. She takes the weed and she says, of course, you're going to the bathroom. Don't make it weird, Zach. It's fine.
And then, yeah. And then I just go to the bathroom.
It's a little tense fight sometimes between girls. It happens. You know, territorial marking.
I just thought you meant don't make it weird about him going to the bathroom. That's a little weird to say.
Oh, no. I mean, he's going to go
Amber,
to the
what's
bathroom.
up?
Oh, nothing. I just hope
I'm
that
just pulling.
that girl comes back from the bathroom.
I'm looking at the cigarette, the chocolate cigarette that I got. I'm contemplating whether or not I want to try this thing. I think
It's in a chocolate brown wrapper, which you don't know if that has anything to do with it. But also, like the filter at the end is like gold leaf, and you've been examining it, so I'm just gonna give it to you. Like it looks like it might actually like have a little gold involved in it.
Oh, what the hell! I will light it because I'm stressed out.
All right.
And I
Good.
oh go. I say, Amber, please play nice. I had to rearrange a whole act so that we could get something in here that she could dance to.
I am playing nice.
We're about to have a whole bunch of vampires in here, so
I was super nice. In fact, I was even more nice than I normally am.
I mean, this Heather just seems like a very difficult person. I'm sure that Eliza won't mind this, but
I have a feeling Eliza and her will get along very well.
when's she coming to pick up her new adoptee?
The cigarette is amazing, by the way. It like legitimately tastes like you're eating some chocolate, but you're also getting a little bit of nicotine buzz too.
This cigarette is amazing. I will say, yeah, like the chocolate is probably more to the point in some ways, actually, because Amy, I'm guessing, like, given her stamina and advantages, like, I have a feeling that smoking is really more of like a nervous habit than she really gets any buzz off of it.
Well, the vampire gets a buzz off of it, so
yeah.
I doesn't mean
that means you do.
Doesn't necessarily mean because she is.
But the chocolate probably is like that. Is like she likes that.
And like the fancy not like a regular candy bar at the grocery store. Like you have to go to the specialty like shop to get chocolate that good. Because it's European chocolate. They're basing it off of European chocolate. It's none of that American bullshit.
Like the chocolate my dad has at his wine tastings.
Sounds really good.
I mean, no shade. I love all chocolate.
Like it sounds pretty good and it smells pretty good. All I'm saying is I'm sure she's gonna be fine. She threw the first shade, so it's one of those things like when you first throw the first dagger, right? You can't be like, oh god, they threw a dagger back at me, right? One who cuts first is obviously the person that's gonna understand when they get cut back.
You ever watch Three's Company, Amber?
Like what's that?
Watch some of it.
We are going to take this opportunity to cut to the bathroom or the walking to the bathroom.
The Lovenasium.
The Lovenasium. Samuel, you actually come up to you're approaching and you see Devin is approaching Heather. Heather seems to be coming out of the bathroom, and you actually get there in time to see her like do a little check to make sure that her nose isn't Doesn't
Clean it
show
up,
the
go for
signs
it.
of the powder. Yeah. And you, Tevin was waiting for her. It's like so as you're walking up, you're super cool, and you did hit the slopes, which is cool. I like it when people hit the slopes. Do you want to like neck or something? And he's kind of he like holds up his armband a little bit as like if you're here, you're gonna know what this means, like
I go
sort
and
of thing.
put Devin's arm down.
Like no,
This is a new friend who's not entirely sure.
oh,
Devin.
cool. Is it another one in your harem?
No.
Is that not the right? You seem upset. I didn't mean to upset you. I just the English word. I don't know what the best English word is. Is it
No.
not harem? Is that defensive?
Heather, my dear, why don't you go upstairs and join Amy?
Like, oh my god. Okay, gladly.
Devin, she doesn't know what that bracelet means.
she just mutters like Euro trash as she walks away. She doesn't know what it means. How is she in the club if she doesn't know what it means? Are there going to be other people that doesn't? A lot of my friends are coming and they're going to be very hungry.
No. She just is new to her powers and
She's
we're
gonna-
helping her understand what there is.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I had my sire did that for me when I was new, so it's cool. You guys are doing. Is that like you're gonna be like her sire or something? Like I know that's not how it works because you don't bite people. At least I have not seen you, and you're not wearing the blood drinker one. You know what it means, right? You know the blood drinking.
Yes, Devin.
Okay, cool.
And then I show him.
Are you gonna hit the
and
ski
I
slopes?
I show him a baggie and I point to the bathroom.
Oh, that's cool. You want to do that, and then we can neck?
Devin, you're being a little loud.
I'm sorry.
Let's go to the bathroom.
I just get excited when it comes to these things.
And I just rush and I just walk into the bathroom, like push him forward, but
yeah.
I'm still walking slowly.
You guys enter the bathroom, and as the bathroom door closes on us, but we hear you're very pretty. You know that.
Devin.
That's coming from me. I'm also very pretty, but you're kind of prettier.
Well, duh.
But
But
the bathroom. You
I need
say
you to
your thing.
understand that this is purely for research purposes, but I need to know something.
Yeah, sure, that's cool. I help people write their thesis on research, and he's
Wonderful.
giving you bedroom eyes when he says that.
But I need to know if I taste different, but I need you to not leave a mark.
Okay, cool. Like our dirty little secret. If you want it to be a secret, then I think the best place to and that's when the door closes.
I
That's
whip
what I
out
was
an
thinking.
NDA. And first I put that on the bathroom sink and I say, before anything happens, I need you to sign this.
How the hell are
Paperwork
you
before
gonna hold
party.
up?
That's very cool. I like this. It's like business play. I like it very much. And then
Hell?
the door closes.
And then I lock the door
Okay.
to the bathroom and make sure no one else can get in. And then I do a bump and I say, go on ahead. And I point
Sure.
at,
We're gonna pan the bathroom door at this point in time.
and I unbutton my pants and I have him bite out of my thigh.
That's a more
It's
PG
less
place than
area.
he was gonna suggest, but sure.
I need it to be hidden. I don't want a mark for Amber to see.
No, that's cool. And then he just sinks his fangs in. All right. So if you'll finally let me parachute us back into TOS
Sorry.
territory.
Sorry.
Away from your thighs.
It's okay. Heather, all right. Well, if there is any business you guys would like to discuss before Heather makes it back, you have the chance to do that. Otherwise, she will be back at the table with you all. Cool. It's totally. I'm sorry. It's the danger. It's the danger
I'm sorry.
of Devin. I was gonna make him Bruno, but I didn't want to. That was gonna be Bruno's voice, but then it would happen too much.
I don't think we get carried away too much.
I would get way too carried away if it was Bruno.
I'm curious what voice you're going to do for Bruno.
I don't know. All right. Yeah. So Heather walks back up. Everybody can catch it because you've either saw the initial exchange or heard about it. But she definitely stink eyes Amber on the way. She does try to do it when at least Amber's not watching, because she does remember being intimidated a bit.
Yeah, I think Zach just kind of like spreads out so that like there's no place to sit near him. Not that she wants to sit near him, but he's making it clear that it's not a place for her to sit. And just sort of like, all right, welcome back.
Like, thank you. Does the seat Samuel made for, is that gone when she comes back?
I don't know.
Do you have to use your concentration to keep it up?
I don't know. Do I?
I don't know.
Does it say anywhere on there?
I don't know. I don't think you do, which is good.
Is that a rule in?
It can be. I don't think we built yours like that.
I don't think we did either, but I'm going to check. One moment. It is ranged and sustained. So as long as I'm not farther than 300 feet, it is still there.
Sustained is what, a free action every round? Or is that what it is, I think?
I think so.
Or sustained one that you don't have to do anything?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Did you say 300 feet?
Yes, because it says 75, 150, and 300. So I'm assuming if it's as long as I'm not farther than 300 feet, it's still up.
Boy, if I had managed to repair that, I could actually find out for sure.
I'm so sorry.
No, you're
so
fine.
It's
not your fault.
I think it might make a difference if like we were in combat, because that's like the ranges of close, medium, long. But since it's just a chair,
right? But it's also like it's. I totally understand what you're saying. In this case, it's important because of what you're trying to set up. For me, so like that chair would be a safe place for her to go to. But if that chair's gone and Zach's making it clear that next to him is like, that's all I'm getting at. Well,
yeah,
you know
I mean, we're in like a
I'll defer to the owner of the club.
I mean, if there's,
and I'll say, are there going to be plenty of chairs around?
Yes, I mean, Amy is not gonna.
Oh yeah, Zach wouldn't do that if there were other seats.
Gotcha. Okay, you are trying to direct her more or less to a specific place. Yeah. Let's have a persuasion. It's contested, which is why I'm going to have you roll. I'm going, because Amy's orchestrating it, I would say it would be her persuasion.
Okay, what am I persuading exactly?
I should actually double check. You are trying to sort of increase the odds that she sits in a particular spot. Is that correct, or do I have that wrong?
I don't care where she sits.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind then. Forget about it. Yeah, she pulls up a chair and sits down. Sorry, I thought for some reason
Oh no! Zach's just being a jerk because he felt like she was.
Gotcha. Well, and
study about class.
That's fair. But I thought when Amy sat down, Robin had said something about how she wanted.
No, Amy just wanted to keep was just sitting in a position so she could see.
Oh,
the
gotcha,
floor.
Gotcha. I'm sorry.
So Amy sat in a specific seat just so she could.
Gotcha. I'm sorry.
Watch the floor, but she doesn't.
What happened. Yeah. So forget all that. Yeah. No, she just pulls up a chair and sits. That's why I was thinking it was important. But if that's not the case, then yeah, she just pulls up a.
Yeah. No.
Oh my gosh! I just realized I put Goth Club instead of Goth Club in the.
Things are topsy turvy.
That's the European way of spelling golf.
That's how we. That's where I saw him in the club in Munich. It was with the P, not the B. I didn't. It's like you Americans get rid of the E at the end of theater too. I do not know what is going on.
And we will. Well, that's great. I guess.
And it's
Long Island iced tea.
It's probably like 10 seconds after she's like 10 seconds after she grabs a chair to go sit in. Denise has a Long Island iced tea. She knew what she was going in the bathroom to do and didn't want to like have the ice all melted, so she made sure it got there and like nice and freshly made for her. Oh my god, thank you. She like holds it up. She does probably more so out of habit than anything else, like give it a little sniff first. Not like, you know, a sommelier or that she's like, you know, she's doing her best to gauge the strength of the drink from the smell.
Yeah.
Give it a little stir. And she'll take a sip. So
Amy says, so what did Samuel and Amber tell you?
That there's like a spot at this magic school, or like not magic school, like a superhero like or super powered like person thing that you guys are like trying to recruit me for.
Yeah, that's right.
Is Zach being genuine?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I pushed the wig up a little.
You're fine. She's just very on edge about if this is going to be a raw deal or not. So she's going to be very.
Right. So if Amy hesitates, Zach will like kind of lean into the middle of the table and be like, "Yeah, that's right. We built a new school. We're going to find all the lost people, bring them in."
Like, okay, so like, where's this school going to be?
Like next door.
Yeah.
She's kind of relaxing and like not letting her guard, like setting the stage to let her guard down, and then Amber speaks up and she tenses a little bit again.
Mm-hmm.
And like, yeah, great.
Like I get it. I think it's gonna be exciting though. Like let's be serious. When's the first time? And she's really relaxed because Amber really takes everything as kind of like a. Well, I mean, she's just strung about a little bit, so she doesn't really.
Well, she's probably stoned now too because of the bag that she
yeah.
got. Yeah.
So she's the type of person like, as long as you don't threaten my territory, we're good. Like we're good.
Yeah.
Like this is my territory. But she turns around and she's like we haven't had something like this before ever. And it's like I had to learn my powers the hard way, and that wasn't so great. It's like a soft moment for a moment, but it's like whatever.
And Heather recognized that, and she's like, "Yeah, it was hard for me too."
And supposedly, like, there's going to be people there, so like you're not going to be alone. I'm still going to be attending there, but because like I had to learn it the hard way, it's going to be like different classes, which at the same time, like I'm so not looking forward to. Have you ever had to go into a school, like you probably know it, they probably put you in like a high level of math because of your business degree, right? And they were like, oh, well, you're really good at math, so now we're going to make it even harder for you because like we already know that you're good at it. You know what I mean? Like that's the super part I'm not looking forward to. And she like kind of lays back. She's like, because like who the fuck wants to do that? Like really? I just want to know how to do my powers well. I don't want to do my powers like.
Yeah, I totally get that, but like the fundamentals are important. Like it's what I learned playing volleyball in high school. Like you got to learn the basics before you're like good at everything. But don't worry, you'll get there. I'm sure the school will be like really good for you. Like.
Like, I know my fundamentals pretty
Apparently, we just all
well.
hate her so much. Nobody wants
says-
her around.
It's like, are there more students then? Like you said, people around.
That's
so
why
like,
I love her.
Amy says, because I'm assuming that they are like, the way we're sitting, I'm assuming Amy is kind of in between Heather and like, not like on a couch, but like she can look at Amber without Heather really seeing her face.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
I think Amy kind of like looks at Amber and like over the top of her sunglasses, and her eyes are definitely like red goat slitted, like shut the fuck up, Amber.
Like, I didn't start it. We'll finish it. Don't want to.
Did she actually say that?
Yeah, like she's strung
Okay.
out a little bit, like kind of like lazily, and
That's fair,
I think
yeah.
it's more insulting a bit, like as she gets more like catty. Like Amber's more like, 'cause she's getting more high. She's like, I give no fucks. It's so funny how your ruffles, like you're getting so ruffled. Like it is like, I think if she ever hits an actual point, then that's when she'll probably get pretty.
Sure.
But it's definitely like, it's meant to look even more insulting that she's not getting riled. Like, you're beneath me.
Amber,
Like what? What's up, Amy?
could you go to my office?
Like I could.
There's
I
some.
won't.
I got a special shipment in of herbal shipment in. Very potent.
Yeah, maybe you should like go get more burnt out.
Like, I could, but like I don't do other people's favors.
Oh, sweetie,
But-
it's not a favor for me. It's a favor for you.
Can I teleport back in at this moment?
You see that there's limitations to her kindness that's slowly starting to wane a little bit, Amy.
Sure.
There's a little bit of wane. And as she turns around and she says, she's like, well, like some people, I understand, like you're a guest here, right? So I guess you just never learned manners either.
Oh, I'm sorry. I think you're a guest here too because I believe that
Mhm.
Amy owns the club and not you, and that's when you can teleport back in there. Set the scene. How do you make your entrance?
Very not like extravagant because I don't want anyone to be like, oh, why are you running from the bathroom? I just like teleport into my chair and just start drinking and like, oh, what did I miss?
Yeah. You
That scoots over for you.
cause a pause a little bit at the at least for Heather. But you catch just the last end of what Heather was just saying about the like, well, it's not your club, so you're a guest here too. And like just after
Well.
she finishes saying that, she like,
Well, I'm
goes wide eyed
paying
and
your
does a
tab,
double take.
not you. So be careful of what you say.
What did he just say? Sorry, I didn't catch the. front part of
I
it.
am paying your tab, not you. So I'd watch how you talk to her.
That was talking. Oh, you're saying that to Amber?
No, to Heather.
Okay.
If I caught the end of it. Because you said I caught the end of it, didn't I?
Yes, it was, and it was. Heather was saying how Amy, like, you're a guest here too, because I believe Amy owns the club. Like, that's what you.
Okay, got it. I
Teleported
thought I
on.
caught it earlier.
Yeah.
Never mind. Ignore me. Continue.
I offer Heather a drag of this chocolate cigarette.
Oh.
Oh my god, there's like that creepy like pale guy downstairs, like the Euro trash dude, like told me that we could like after we necked, like we could share a chocolate cigarette or whatever. He like thought it would be like cool or something. Like, ugh.
Well, if you don't want any, that's fine.
I mean, no, that's fine. Although I'm kind of intrigued. Like,
Heather, I'll put my hand out so that she can take it if she wants it, but like, I'm not gonna like push it in her face, you know.
yeah, she'll think about it for a second and be like, fine, fuck it. I guess tonight's about trying new things, and like, she'll take it and she'll have a puff, and then like she's expecting to not like it and like starts handing it back, but then like quickly changes course and like takes another one to be, because she was expecting not to like it, so she kind of like she didn't savor it, and then she wanted one that like she could savor, and then she hands it back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, that's like actually pretty like awesome. Thank
Isn't
you.
Amy, this isn't this where you like tell her the world's really magical and there's all kinds of I don't know, you got a speech, right?
What do you know about people with powers, Heather? Have you ever met anyone else besides you and Samuel and Amber?
Well, no. So I know they're either like strong, handsome, or like whatever.
That actually gets, I hate to say it, but that gets a smile from Amy.
I would say hot more than handsome, but continue.
I would say something else, but I'll.
Oh my god, go tend to your herb garden or whatever.
Yeah, Zach just
I
like lifts
mean-
his hat and like runs his hand through his hair and like settles back down, but he's still not making room for her, but he's just acknowledging that yes, he is handsome.
Like, I'm just trying to. I feel kind of bad now recruiting someone who's got the power of super strength and can't even win an arm wrestling match.
I fucking
You
let
see,
you
like
in.
she's starting to.
I could tell you needed it. You don't even have to roll. She is lying her fucking ass off.
Like, you know what feels really, really bad? Like, really, really bad? Someone who walks in thinks that they're really hot shit when they're in a den full of like lions. You be very careful, like, because little dear, next time I won't be as nice as to do a hand.
So when is Eliza getting here?
So Amy says, does Samuel, because I think Amy would probably know at this point. Samuel doesn't know, like, just knows like human languages, right?
I know celestial.
Okay. Well, that
So
doesn't
if
help.
you know that,
That doesn't help any.
but I do know Hebrew, Latin, and another one. One moment.
Slick Click is wondering how long until Amber goes through a wall.
And Arabic. I also know Arabic.
And who exactly is going to throw her through it?
That's the real question.
Amy says, well, there are a great many supernatural creatures out there. There are people like you and Amber who just seem to be humans with extraordinary powers. But then there are others.
And I just wave my hand.
Yeah,
But
so
I don't say what my powers are.
okay. Yeah, I get it. There's Chairman who can make chairs and apparently, like, appear out of nowhere or something.
Has Devin emerged from the bathroom yet?
Yeah, Devin's back in his chair. He took a
Okay,
little longer to get back upstairs because he can't teleport.
I kind of point subtly towards Devin and I'll say, Heather, what do you see when you look at Devin?
Tall, pale Euro trash.
I raise an eyebrow.
I mean, like, I haven't studied for this test, so, like...
All right.
Was Queen of the Dam? No, not Queen of the Dam. Dusk Until Dawn or whatever vampire movie I'm trying to think of
Not
right
Dusk Till Dawn, sweetie, no.
now. Okay, thank you. You know which one I'm thinking of, though, but thank you. That does help.
Lost Boys, potentially. Lost Boys was definitely 80s, but Lost Boys was 87.
That's what I was thinking.
This is a little
Yeah.
early for Lost Boys.
Okay.
The book Interview with a Vampire has come out, right? At this
I
point.
would think it would kind of have to. Let's find out. Of course, the movie's the first thing that comes up. Do 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 do.
Well, have you ever heard of Dracula?
I mean, like, yeah, who hasn't heard of Dracula? Like,
Bram Stoker.
I want
Really?
to suck
That's
your
your
blood.
only reference?
Oh my god, like, no, my brother was like Dracula
I
for
give
like
you a
Halloween
look
for like
because
4
I
years.
assume that was
in a
more
row.
directed at Amy than it was.
Yes.
Yeah,
It
and so I
was.
give you a look like quiet you.
Interview
I
with the
say-
Vampire, May 5th, 1976.
Okay, so that would have been out.
Yep.
I would have said some people might say that what was Dracula but pale Eurotrash.
Okay. Oh my god, so like when he wanted to neck me,
Yes.
okay. So like
I mean, he probably wanted to make out as well.
that doesn't help. Like you seem to think that was gonna help, but that didn't help. Once Bitten or Buffy, I think Buffy was also later in the 80s. Once Bitten might have been earlier 80s though.
Was that the movie? That's right.
Yeah, the movie I think was maybe early 90s, like 91, 92 or something
Once
like
Bitten was 85.
that. Oof.
Ooh.
It is canonically still a year out for us.
What I'm trying to tell you, Heather, is that there are a lot of different kinds of supernatural creatures out there. It's a very wide world.
Okay, like
And most of us, or generally try to avoid drawing too much attention to ourselves.
right, I haven't like exactly been under the radar. Cuz I'm not like hiding behind a rich benefactor or anything like that.
She kind of like rolls a little bit and kind of stretches and be like, like, it's so strange for someone who speaks a lot of shit. Like, you're using cover for other reasons.
I'm trying to think of what would happen if Amber gets thrown through a wall with a bunch of vampires around.
I try to motion towards to Zach, like, can you jump in here? Because I feel like I'm not doing a great job.
Amy, how do we feel about just like a brawl in the center of the pentagram?
I'm sorry, I actually had to run, like, I had a to run to the bathroom real quick.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Are you getting into a fight with Heather right now?
I mean,
No.
they are
Not yet.
still sniping at
Well,
you. They're still
they're mean
sniping at
girl
each other.
fighting, not physical.
They're mean girl
Okay.
fighting.
You got
but
time.
Amy has just sort of explained that like vampires and all the other supernatural creatures that you can think of are real.
Yeah. Okay. And so
and
Heather's
amongst
looking a
that,
little-
it's bitchy girl art of war going on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, like Amy here's saying, there's a lot of beautiful things in the world, and you're one of them. I mean, I'm not saying any of your appearance here. There's more than meets the eye there sometimes. And as he says "I," like he'll light his eyes up, do the firefly thing, and then just be like, and don't worry, like we're not going to be your fellow students. There's going to be other people. You're just the first one. I'm sure there's a lot of benefits to this.
I'm sure
One-
there are.
I say one benefit is that for a lot of supernatural creatures, we have communities that can help us navigate the world, navigate our powers. But for people like you and Amber, that doesn't seem to exist yet.
Yeah, we're gonna make.
Like, not that I needed it.
So she's not like super strong.
Like, my power is the mind your own business like power.
Oh, really? Because I thought I was laying around doing fuck all.
Zach
Like,
actually reaches over the table and like pats Amber's hand when her powers are being picked on, but it's more like just a friendly gesture, and it's not even to silence you. It's just to be like there for you.
Oh my
You don't
god,
really
how many of
say
these
anything.
guys are you fucking? Like, are you fucking Eurotrash too?
like, that's funny. Trust. Like, I don't need that, but I
She's a
do
little young
like
for
this
me,
one to keep
honestly.
around. If you haven't picked it up,
Wow.
like I only have one man in my life, and no matter what you do, and she kind of gets up for a moment and does like just a yawn stretch and says, like, we're just offering it to you. Whether you throw away your life is up on you. And to be honest, she kind of walks for the door for a minute as if to show like this like a power move, like you're really beneath me type gesture, and just glances back and says, you should feel really bad. One day, I won't be as kind. And these people who are helping you right now may not be the ones helping you later.
Sweetie,
But-
you're the one they're helping. And I think there's
Sweetheart,
two first ladies you
trust
should
they
get
are-
yourself familiar with. And one of them is Betty Ford, and the other one is Nancy Reagan.
Bro, go. Sorry.
Dennis.
Sorry.
Like, oh my god, my brain of thought is completely out because
I forgot I wasn't muted. I'm so
I
sorry.
was so... like, whatever you say, sweetheart. I'm not the one being recruited for school, am I? And I just shut the door behind, and I kind of like right
Wait,
before I'm
what
like,
door?
no, I'm just like, well, I'm leaving the actual establishment like a type of situation, like, oh, this kind of bores me now, like
She,
type of
She
situation
says,
to show.
Go ahead. Sorry.
It's more of like it's much to show Heather that she isn't isn't interested in what she chooses. In fact, this whole thing is just a dance, and eventually the water's gonna get real sharky, and if she doesn't make it, she'll be with Amber will be there to take the kitty gloves off
Sure.
and show her exactly how tiny she is.
As
Yeah,
you're,
we can't see you leaving the club though, because you will be out of
No. Yeah, no.
view.
It's to leave the actual area.
yeah, as you're
type
walking
situation.
down the stairs, she says loudly, she's so fucking strung out, she can't even remember that she's also been recruited. And, like, it's so loud. Devin, who's been joined by a couple other friends, It's like, oh damn, those girls are really having it out.
Devin, would you care to arm wrestle?
I'm sorry, you want to arm wrestle me? Is that what you're talking about?
Not me.
Okay,
Wait,
I'm
what?
not. I'm not really like a big brutish type.
Let me tell you that you can
I'm more of a
arm
lover,
wrestle.
not a fighter. Though you would know nothing about that, right?
Accurate, but
Not all vampires have super strength.
okay, never mind.
Let's not make this awkward.
Yeah, don't be racist, dude. Like that's not cool. It's not cool to presume things about people.
You're right. I apologize.
Amy says to Heather, "This is the sort of navigating I think the school could help you with. Don't be like Samuel."
Oh, so yeah. Anyway.
Okay, so like, yeah, I'm sorry I got like a little heated, but she just gets on my nerves. Like, right? Like,
No.
we can all agree she's kind of okay. Like, you clearly are under like some sort of weird spell from her. Is that like that what she does? Like, does she like charm you guys? Is she like a siren or something? Like, is that what her powers are? Because like she is not in any of y'all leagues, but like seems to be hanging out in like his number one. It's like, oh my god, is she like super good at giving head or something? Like, is that why?
I
Is that
chuckle.
like her power?
Amy's like, "No, that's my superpower."
Oh well, like right on.
She hasn't said that we can tell you what her power is, so we're not telling you what her power is.
I mean, that's fine. I just think it's like, okay, I get like it's a faux pas or whatever to like just ask people what they can do, but like you all know what I can do, and like I don't know, like I wasn't given
But,
like a dossier or whatever.
Well, I just am very.
You make chairs and like teleport. Yeah, I get it. Like,
I mean, it's not
You've been
just chairs
covered.
that I can make, and then
okay, like tables or benches, like whatever.
I do something very dumb, but I put a non-sharp weapon in her hand. Like a baseball bat.
Okay.
Just on her lap.
Oh my god, like, do you want me to like play some sports or something? Like,
Well, no, but it's not just chairs that I make, darling.
okay, so like sporting goods and furniture, like super useful. I get it.
Has anyone ever told you you lack tact and taste?
I mean, only once, but that was at Cotillion.
Oh dear.
Amy at this point, I think, is going to take off her sunglasses with her red coat-slitted eyes.
Okay.
To look at Heather
Sure.
and say, "Look, Heather, I went to university. I was in a sorority. But that's all small pond shit. You have super strength. You have superpowers. You're in the big leagues now. If you're not careful, you're going to get knocked out of the big leagues and into a grave very quickly."
Roll intimidation check.
I foresee something very bad happening in this bar today.
I have this image in my head of like Amber taking a call. I'm like, yeah, mom, like I'm fine. And then all of a sudden something breaks in the background. That I just dropped a plate, mom. That sounds like more of a plate. You need to come
Then
home.
there's a demon snarl. Like, oh my god, doggy.
Is that Samuel boy hurting you?
Yeah.
I told you those redheads
He's
are
too old for
dangerous,
you.
honey.
What was your roll, Robin?
26.
Okay. She is not intimidated.
Oh my god, what did she?
She rolled a 19 and she has a plus 13.
To what? No, like what is the combatant to that?
Oh wait,
I'm just
no, you know,
curious.
I think I'm confusing stats with NPCs. Let me double check that. Cuz that does seem ridiculous for her. She has a plus 6. So it'd be a 25. What did you have again?
26.
Okay, yeah, she isn't does a Amy will notice because Amy's the one like doing it and directly looking at her. If other people want to know, they'd have to make a pretty easy insight check because she just barely failed it.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's all Amy was going for,
Yeah.
was just to make her stop and think, like stop short. I think
Like,
Amy
whatever.
wasn't really looking to like terrify her. She was more looking to like, hey, listen.
Scare her straight sort of thing.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
She's like, Heather, I think you're all right. But you realize that you've gotten into a kerfuffle with a lot of people here tonight?
Okay, but like Amber or whatever, she started it. Like you guys were here, you saw it. Like I know you're biased or whatever, but I think we all know, like we were all here.
Did she though?
She's not. I'm gonna give it to you. She's not lying. She truly believes. She's convinced herself that Amber started it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I know some people like that. That's real. Yeah. That hits hard. It's hard. Like I've known people like that.
I don't want to diminish your feelings because all emotions and things are valid.
It's like a really good message that we don't hear from men enough. Thank you for saying it.
Yes, great. Love to hear it. But no. Also, we're just going to work on your character a little bit.
Oh my god, I didn't know this was a charm school.
The cotillion you should have taken more seriously.
Oh, I took it seriously. I just choose to ignore it. I had to, otherwise I didn't get the trust fund.
I mean, yes, for the men it's
you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, exactly.
My dear, you're not going to be pretty forever is what I'm telling you.
I know, that's why I gotta lock it down. My mom's been through this already. Thank you.
Amy just shakes her head.
Yes.
And says,
you see what I'm getting? Men won't marry you.
Right, but you've already got a number one.
Yes. And if you have
he's not exactly
strength,
on my menu.
You're gonna get
no offense.
punched a lot.
You're cute. You're
due
just
to the fact of you wanting to be up close and personal. You're going to lose that face.
I thought you've heard about me, but I can take a punch pretty well.
Heather,
do I know how strong Amy is?
I understand.
No, she says, look, one thing that I am pretty sure of, it could be, is that I think this school is going to have quite a few attractive, eligible men at it.
Right.
So I, leave Amber to what she's got.
Well, here it's like gonna be one of my like conditions on joining is that like I have no classes with her.
I don't think that'll be a problem.
Okay.
Not one bit. But Amy, are you supposed to contact Eliza when we have Heather, or what's the deal? Normally, that woman gave me strict, punctual lesbian vibes.
Can I have your phone, Samuel?
Here.
This is old enough phone that I actually don't have to worry about it storing the phone number, probably, do I?
No, you do not.
Yeah.
You have to flip out the microphone and pull up the antenna. Don't forget.
No, it's not even that fancy. No, it's just the big old Zach Morris Say by the Bell brick.
Oh, yes.
Oh no, she still has to pull up the antenna then.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
the antenna
yeah.
still does have to be.
Yeah, I'd pull up the antenna, and I will call Eliza, and I will say, Heather's here at the club. I would suggest that you make an appearance.
Of course, apologies. I got tied up with an antiquity. I will be down there shortly.
Don't let her call you that, Rick. He shouts into the phone.
I'm sorry, who the devil is Rick?
I don't know any devils named Rick.
He's just snickering
I
behind his
don't
hand,
either,
wondering
darling. It's just a tone
when
of
he's
phrase.
going to turn the phone off. She clearly doesn't have the same sense of humor as Zach does.
Oh, I love it.
So I'm guessing at this point the band is probably actually here, getting ready to start probably pretty soon.
Yeah, you hear sound check going.
Brianna and Bruno have arrived, I would guess, at this point.
Yes. In fact, another Brianna arrives with another Long Island iced tea at the perfect time for because the fear.
And I'm imagining that like both Brianna and Bruno get like whatever the theme is, they get full kitted out right for it.
Yeah.
Like,
and I'm gonna say if you're trying, because you mentioned danceable and it's like a goth nightclub, so I'm guessing it's like electro.
Yeah,
like
something like
industrial electro sort of stuff. So they're wearing
the
very best of VIP server cyberpunk wear is what they're decked out in.
I'm gonna say now the club. I'm gonna say to Heather, the club has a strict rules about what I guess for lack of a better term, I'll call hunting.
Okay.
So any vampire has to make sure that they have your consent before they can drink your blood. If they don't, then they, let's just say, get in real trouble with the management.
Yeah, that's good, I guess. So like if Tall Pale Eurotrash asks to neck and I want to keep my fluids to myself, then say no. I gotcha. Okay. But like,
but yes.
I mean, it doesn't do me any good if like my throat's ripped out. Like,
I thought you could
that
take a
you get in
punch.
trouble.
Amy says,
I don't think a punch and a teeth sinking into your neck are like the same thing. Like,
I'm guessing that you will probably be able to defend yourself, but one of the things that you will learn is that many things in the supernatural world are based on a certain amount of trust and, as the saying goes, mutually assured destruction.
that's fair. Like, you see, like, she actually, when you put it in those, like, blunt and straightforward terms, a gleam enters her. Like, she likes the sound of that, is what I'm getting at. So, like, survival of the fittest, then?
No, not exactly. It's more just that if you hurt someone that is under my protection, I will make sure to hurt you even worse.
Sure. I get that. But, like, overall, for, like, this, like, underworld thing, like, is that how it goes, too? Like, outside of these hallowed walls? She isn't even being facetious with that, either. She's just, like, she is kind of getting into the idea of, like, a being a lioness on the savannah, as it were.
It does and it doesn't. Here, the rules are stricter. That is part of the purpose of this place.
As you're talking to, she doesn't interrupt you, but you do see Eliza walking up to the group. Well, you actually, because you were specifically trying to keep an eye out over the dance floor, you actually see her. Actually, no, you don't see her enter because the way it's.
Yeah, I was going to say, because we're kind of on top of over where it enters.
She just comes right up upstairs, yeah. But you do see her. She approaches from the stairwell that you have in your field of vision.
Oh, good. Well, this is, I will stand up, Eliza Blackstone. This is Heather Moran. Eliza Blackstone is the one who is opening the school.
Did she use the front door? How did she get in this club?
It's unclear, actually.
That's what I was about to be like. That's sus as heck. How did she get there so fast? And does Amber see her get to the front door? Because
I thought Amber was in the back office.
Oh no, she actually left the front door.
But well then you
her outside.
You actually you see Eliza leave the building, the door one door down and walk.
Okay, so she is actually outside.
She goes in the front of the door. Jeremy knows. Jeremy knows to just let her in.
She's probably using like the big brick phone that she has, but she has access to make a dial out to her parents. Like, I'm still alive, blah blah blah.
So actually, you don't, because Samuel gave that to Amy, so you don't actually.
Yeah.
You gave the phone to Amy?
But if you are going down to Amy's office, you would have her phone in there.
Okay, fair. Then I'll go to the so that I wouldn't see her come in. That was really fast. It's still sus.
I mean, she.
But I'm not there to suss it out.
Sure.
I'm just saying she must be either located really close by.
She literally is. Like, she was literally next door. Like, you see her come out of the.
Or you would have, yeah.
Yeah.
But is she like dressed up and everything? Like, I guess my question is, like, it's late at night. She just jumped in her car and left. This woman is. She was ready. Like.
No, she was literally at work, which is literally next door. That shares a wall with the club.
Yeah.
She's still working, man. Feels bad. It's fine.
I mean.
Okay.
Heavy is the head that wears the crown. Yeah. She's got that IRL Cyto work schedule just all the time.
Oh my
god. So yes, I will stand up and introduce them.
Hi, I'm Heather. Hello, darling. I'm Eliza Blackstone. Pleasure to meet you. Oh my god, yeah, like, most everybody is, like, so gorgeous. Because Eliza does have the max... Like Samuel, Eliza has the maxed out gorgeous stat. So even actually super hetero, or mega hetero, whatever the phrase was, Heather is admiring I'll say it, pansexual Eliza Blackstone. That's not a secret at all. She isn't a cis het. She is cis and het. But Prince Sebastian, who is her beau, is a trans man.
I'm also assuming that, not that she's wearing the same thing that Heather would wear, but that Heather is wearing, but that Eliza is probably put together in a way that Heather feels more comfortable around than some of the other people around here.
For sure. Yeah. Like, Heather's general vibe with it's like, oh, finally here's the adult. Like, Amy's an adult to Heather, but like the cool aunt adult who, like, you know, teaches art and will give her niece like a doobie on summer vacation or whatever. But Eliza's like, she's picking up like the actual like, you know, that sort of vibe from her. So she now you actually see the cotillion that she did actually learn stuff at cotillion. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. So you're running the school. I would love to talk to you about the opportunity for that. They've been filling me in.
Would you like to use my office, Eliza?
Yes, thank you very kindly. That would be delightful. Heather, if you would, we can discuss in private in a place that's going to be a little more quiet, because I do believe the band's about to start. Yeah, of course. That sounds great. Slowly.
Also, I love that Amy had left a little time bomb because Amber's in there right now.
Yeah.
Amy just kind of smirks at that.
Tick, tick.
And then as soon as they walk away, Zach just like having one having answered him on the radio all damn night.
Sure. You guys do your thing. I need to use the little GM's room, so I will be right back. But you do the thing you do. I'll be right back.
Oh yeah. Short but deadly. This is Mountain Magic. Over.
Amber gives you kind of like, or not Amber, Amy gives you kind of a pouting look, like towards Zach, like, oh, you messed up my fun.
You should have answered earlier.
Heather is throw Amber through a wall.
Short but deadly. You copy?
Oh, like, yeah, I'm here. Mountain Magic, what's up? Like, what
Yes,
is
company on your way.
Oh my god! Like, what kind of company? Like, wait, what kind of company?
Oh, you know,
Over and
Boss Lady and New Girl.
Like, I'm so tired.
And Zach is giving Amy a look that was like, you should have answered earlier.
I just give you like more, and like I just like stick out my lip like further and further, like in a sad pouty face.
And eventually he'll dab the lower lip. Very awkwardly with his finger, like, I see it. I have affection for you. It's like a whole thing. That was what he was just telling.
Well, she's gonna try, like, just respond back a couple times and just say, like, are we like done here? Or we don't have to do anything else with this like person, right? We're done.
I think Boss Lady's taking care of that.
Oh, thank God. Ugh. Like, cool, I'm done. I guess I'm gonna go up. I guess I can go up there and meet you guys. While she's talking, she's actually walking. Does she walk past? Is there a way to not run into them?
Down into the secret lair. They're headed toward the office that you're in.
Give me a call high low on a d20.
Let's go low.
Okay. Because you have it, like I said earlier, it's very symmetrical, so you got a 50-50 shot.
Oh God, here we go. I roll it myself?
Yeah, roll it yourself.
Oh,
I'm not going to deprive you the joy. Unless you need somebody to roll it for you, since you're not in your usual space.
I'm using digital dice, like Google
fine.
dice. It's the strangest dice I've ever used. 11.
Which is high.
Yep, it just barely makes it. So there's not a way that I know of to get past them without seeing them. So I turn around, and you know what? I look over and I'm like, well, like, I'll see you in a minute. And there's a brief moment of like a brief whisper of confidence that's like slightly broken for a brief moment. And then she turns around, she's like, no, like, you go out there, you walk past her, and you make sure that she's aware, like, of how much beneath her you are. You do not need to go around her. You've been through enough. You walk past that, you pretend like she doesn't exist.
Sure.
Like, she's like prepping herself, and she does just that, and she was gonna walk past him, and she'll make eye contact with Eliza,
Okay.
as if to be like, hi, but like completely no eye contact with Heather,
Sure.
as if to be like, okay, I'm going past.
What is your routine check for perception?
I don't remember it by heart. I've been rolling pure 20s.
Bum, bum, bum.
Let me pull up by Google again.
I'm looking too. Skills. Routine check. Is there... Oh gosh. Is it plus 10? Yeah, it's plus 10.
Yep, plus 10.
Yeah. So yours is 16. Yeah. You avoid her you successfully avoid her eye contact, but you can tell she is like she's talking politely to Eliza and holding that whole conversation, but she is hoping that you make eye contact with her so badly. Like she is staring a hole through you, but you mission accomplished for Amber in that one. You do hear just before they get out of earshot, oh yeah, that reminds me, like, I do have one sort of stipulation. And, like, it trails off around the corner in your... Speeding out of there.
Like, I hope that condition isn't met. She just says underneath her breath. But she has no idea what the condition is, or she would be like, oh, I hope that condition is met.
All right. So yeah, so you are out of the hallway, assuming you're heading back.
But Starbucks is closed.
You should be permitted.
It's okay. Are you heading back to the group?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
That's fine. You can take care of your AFK. It's all good.
Amy will probably get up and go down because it's about time for her to introduce the main act.
I didn't know she was going to do that. That's delightful. Yeah, it's time to do that. Let's do that. I want to do that so badly. Please.
Oh, God.
If you need a minute, because you weren't
No,
expecting
I'm good.
to be... Not you.
I just was like, I needed to adjust things, and I was like, oh
Sweet.
God, I think I'm on camera.
Just talking to Robin.
Oh, sorry.
Yay, thanks for sharing while you might not be
Yeah,
ready.
I'm glad. Thank you. Thank you for not being afraid to share.
Amy will probably go into, because she is tired of the whole thing, so she will probably go into the employee, the area, the employee
Sure.
where the lockers are and stuff like that, to take off her coat and to probably like fix her makeup and
Sure. Goth it up a little bit.
And I will say that like she when she does introductions, and I think this is one of the ways that the pentagram has become like kind of more of a destination place for people who are like into certain varieties of occult music, is that she actually she does the intros with her eyes as her demon eyes.
Yeah.
And so people who are in the know are like, oh, she's a demon, but people who are not just think it's like amazing
Fancy contacts or something.
fancy contacts.
I love that.
like,
Yeah, totally down for that.
And so she goes up. I'm sure the lights kind of like all go down. Spotlight comes up. And she says, very graciously joining us tonight, Endless Void.
The good sides crowd has gathered. There's a little murmur as some are like, oh, I thought it was blah 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 band. Little murmurs. Um,
And
A
I would
couple-
like to do like I feel like I do probably she does like some fancy whip tricks like as she's coming on stage and as she's like
okay.
I just feel like it's part of her like
I love it.
routine.
That makes it even better. Like
Very
a little,
Cirque du Soleil.
like a. I'm imagining like a dash of burlesque.
Yep, I would
Yeah.
say, yeah.
Yeah.
A very Cher moment.
Yes.
Oh yes, extremely share.
The crowd loves that. For sure. Some people murmur and like, it's a mix of like, some are like, oh man, that was the other band, but cool, I haven't heard these guys, like a lot of positive, but a couple people like walk out toward the door.
Yeah, you probably should like have had a speech about like change of music acts before you just introduced the new one.
I mean, it doesn't matter how well you telegraph that to a large enough group of people. There's going to be
Oh no,
people that didn't get the memo. Yeah.
Yeah, that was something that I had
Yeah,
thought
it
about
wouldn't have
saying
been
earlier, but
surprising
I-
to Amy. Yeah. Even if you would have, that probably still would have happened too.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it
Yeah,
happened.
it's
and
not
I
like the
also-
dance floor. It's like literally it's like 3-4 people maybe.
Yeah. Well, I think though that
They never
Kinda
like
dumb.
anything, but they show up here every damn
Yeah.
Friday.
Well,
It's
and
the people that were
gonna say,
looking
yeah.
for a reason to have something to complain about.
I was going to say, I think, the other thing, though, I think is that I have a feeling that there are genres that appeal to certain supernatural sub-communities
Yeah.
more than others. And I sort of feel like some people probably peeled off when they saw, like, oh, there's a bunch of vampires, like, going in. Like,
For
this
sure.
is not the, like, this is not the, it's
I'm
definitely
a
gonna be
werewolf,
different
man. It's
music
like
than
that's
we
just
think.
not the vibe I want, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, vamps are cool. I just don't want to share like a dance floor with like a fucking gaggle of them or whatever. That's Bruno's voice, by the way. I thought I was
Oh, God.
projecting into somebody else because I decided I'd like totally like surfer guy. Like,
I mean, that's probably why Amy hired him.
Yeah. Kelly's open for werewolves. Chat. Opera for werewolves. Okay, that's a very different sentiment. So
I mean,
apologize.
it depends on what the opera's about.
That's true.
Yeah, and I think maybe Amy will. I'm sorry, I probably should have prepared something a little bit better, but like I probably will say Amy will say that the band that was supposed to play tonight will play tomorrow night. That she was able to like flip them, probably at great expense.
Yeah. And
which she does not say, but which
Yeah.
I think everybody can probably guess.
I'm never gonna financially recover from this.
Kind of, which is one of the reasons why she's like, Amber, if you fucking screw this up for me, Samuel is going
Remember,
to be
we
paying
don't
me
make we don't make commissions. What do you mean? We're gonna be fine.
Samuel's gonna owe me so much fucking money.
I forget. Is there like a bet going on? Why is Samuel paying for things? I'm forgetting.
Oh no, it's more just that like since if Amber's the one who because Amy switched the act because she got an act that she thought
Gotcha. Yeah.
that Heather would like better than like the doom metal act that it was probably originally supposed to play, and it's more just that if Amber screws it up as Amber's sugar daddy, then Samuel is gonna
Gotcha.
be on the hook for all
I
the money
gotcha.
that Amy's
Okay.
out.
I get it now. Okay.
But yeah, and she ends her little thing with like a very loud crack. I assume is like what she does. So, like,
Yeah, crowd erupts, and starts chanting, "Empty void." Good lord, whatever. Is it empty void?
Yeah.
Endless void.
Oh,
That
I
makes
also
more
thought it
sense
was
because that
empty.
was like same before.
It's like Lady Redundant Woman.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and so they start off some dark synth, starts playing. A bunch of glow sticks start popping, mostly from the vampires, Devin and his crew. Yeah, super cool. I fucking love this track. I'm gonna get off my fucking face tonight. Like, just...
Awesome.
Oh yeah, I'm also going to get off my fucking face.
I want to know what they're trying to say.
Super cool time.
I love this the most. I want an entire another hour of just this. Of Natalie playing Devin.
And co.
Yeah. Okay, keep that in mind.
And there's got to be some Minnesota vamps there too, you know.
Oh yeah, you know.
I'm gonna get off my
I
face
prefer an AB, but I won't turn down an O positive. Oh no.
Because I'm positive.
Yeah. I'm a very upbeat person, so I'll take the A positive, the B positive, but I really like the AB there, you know. It's got a good mix of both, a good balance. I like the mouthfeel more than anything, you know. Oh goodness. I'm so glad you're in town there, cousin Devin.
Oh my god, they're related.
Oh, did I ever get my answer, by the way?
I'm sorry, what was your question?
Does my blood taste different than humans?
Oh, yes, it does.
Okay.
In fact, oh god, this is great. Actually, I should have thought about this.
Oh, is it like fairy blood and true blood?
He takes a bite and like I will just be okay.
Yep, just takes a bite.
Yeah. So as agreed upon, and like he sinks in and like takes a little sip and he's like, oh, he like backs off, like not repulsed or anything. He's like, I was not expecting it to be so spicy. Like, what have you got going on? It's like, I was alive the last time. It's so cool. Your blood is so cool and spicy. Like, I mean, cool as in like radical. Because it's spicy, very hot. Like, can I have some more?
Like radiation, radical.
It's more like the hot sauce packets or something like this.
Does it burn?
Like the Tabasco sauce?
Would it burn? Because technically vampires are not divine. This is like a question to you.
Did you just try to kill one?
No, I wanted to know
if it would kill them or harm them.
A little bit.
Oh my god!
Like,
I
is
thought
that
you
what
were
the
going
spice is, or is it actually spice?
No, he's not, like, it's like Tabasco. It's like you've got Tabasco in your veins.
It's a burn, but it's a pleasant burn. But maybe if it was purified enough, it would do some real damage.
But since it's diluted with human,
it's kind of nice. It's like they say pineapples. They like eat you back. It's kind of like that, like a spicy pineapple.
Wonderful.
Like
have you ever had
with chamoy?
Yes. You know, you have no idea how much I've been pushing that ever since that Thursday.
Sorry, I shouldn't have.
And I'll have you know, everyone I've talked to about that has told me that just the idea that someone would say that chamoy and watermelon do not go together has been crazy, because that is delicious. That is just how it's meant.
Could you tell? I think there's confusion as to what chamoy is. So could you edify us all for that, please?
Chamoy is chili powder, sugar, syrup. So hold on, I don't know all the details.
I mean, you don't have to give us the recipe. Just like a general idea is good. Because
So it's
until
like,
you mentioned it the first time that I heard you talk about it, I had no idea what it was.
Oh, that's really good.
So So it is really good. So it's like a sweet and spicy. So it's like it has sugar syrup, it has chili pepper, so it has that spicy, and then has a little bit of like like salty aftertaste. It's really it's I guess the
Have you ever
main
had a
flavors.
spicy margarita, like a jalapeno margarita that's a little sweet?
I think Kelly wants some now. I think we've done a good enough job. We'll have a chamoy chat someday where we can just talk about chamoy
I mean, it's so good.
for an hour. It sounds like something I want to try.
I've just remembered I have mango juice in the fridge.
Because much like Devin, I think it's cool when things are kind of spicy. I should also say, like, I'm directly doing the voice. The character is not a vampire, but it's directly a Nick Kroll character that I am pretty much blatantly ripping off.
I mean, I will say,
yeah,
in universe, I would say Amy has definitely ripped off Elvira.
Sure. Yeah.
Like, she's like, oh, that would be
yeah, no, there's a Nick Kroll character from the Kroll Show where he's talking about how should come stay at the hostel, and they'll do cool. You'll have, like, for dinner we'll do something healthy, like have 4 to 5 sausages. So yeah, that's and the character loves, like, we'll do something cool, like have a chocolate cigarette. So yeah, it's so much fun. But I don't want people to think that I totally made up this character. Whole cloth. A lot of them I do. And I try to be upfront when I'm directly ripping off somebody else's. It's an homage. Devin is an homage to that Nick Kroll character. Because I love it, if you can't tell.
I'm about him.
Yeah. We got 20 minutes until 11. I think we can go a little bit longer. But let's get a little button on tonight. I'm going to say the band's been going for a little bit. Eliza and Heather leave the office and go out on the club proper. Heather's going to stay, but Eliza is leaving. She will stick around long enough to find Amy. Though, I imagine Amy's not terribly difficult. The first place...
No, Amy is circulating, I will say, but I think has probably been keeping an eye out for them emerging from...
Sure. If you're still in your spot looking out over, you will very easily...
I think Amy's on the floor, probably, actually,
okay.
At this point.
If you're looking out for him, you'll very easily
yep.
Catch Eliza's attention. Yes, well, it seems there was some bumps in the road, and then she'll, like, do the like, I'm going to look around real fast to make sure this other person's gotten away before I talk about them. Like, some bumps in the road, but...
I'm going to start just talking in demon.
Okay.
Because I'm guessing that she's going to go out on a limb and say that Eliza probably knows it.
Yeah. So we can rewind a second if you want to approach her first. And
no,
okay.
That's fine. Like she says.
Oh, when you were
something. Yeah, she says like in demon, like how like I think we can avoid her knowing what we're talking about in demon.
Sure. And she'll respond back, and you are correct in your guess. So in a very guttural demonic language, which in a goth club with the music going, gonna be hard to hear, and perhaps people will think you're just speaking German or something. Walking by.
But not in the cool way.
Not in the cool way, because I'm from Berlin. It's like super cool. This is why Bruno is not the one. has this voice.
You're not the one, Bruno.
But I'm very happy to have him, Devin, come back a lot. Some more information about Chamoy. Very good, thank you.
What did someone say about Chamoy?
Just a better, not a better, but a freshly researched
hard for me.
and remembered. Yeah.
Chamoy's a
Definitely
hard thing
want
for
him
me
to.
to describe. I'm not gonna lie.
Looking,
It's like when someone turns around and says, "What's that thing that you were raised on? What is that?" And you're like, "I don't know. It's always just been
True.
there. I don't know."
Fair point. But yeah, so Eliza just responds just seamlessly. Like she doesn't have to like, you know. It's not like, oh yeah, I studied that, but I don't ever really use. She picks right back into it. Yes, it will be. It can be arranged. If all of you wish to avoid her, that's easy enough. As well.
Amy shrugs and says, "I don't care. I don't have anything against her."
Of course. Now, one of her she was very clear that she did not want Amber around her if she agreed. And that should be good. She is a bit well, I think she's got a bit of predator to her, I guess would be the way to say it.
That was the impression I got.
Indeed. Yes, no worries. I am off for the evening, though. I believe she is staying around.
I'm assuming you've given her contact information for you?
Yes, I have. You don't need to worry about her contacting you again. I think she'll be going through me at this point in time.
That's fine. As I said, I don't have any problem with her, but...
Good. Excellent. Yes, it is simple enough matter. She slips back into English.
But also, yes, I understand that apparently keeping some people apart is for the best.
True. And again, it was a little rocky, but again, I don't think that was all on the squad. So pleased to be moving along. If you would like to still renegotiate the terms, we could do so tomorrow.
Excellent.
Good. I will be in the building all day, getting things set up and ready, so I'm quite busy. But I do intend to spend an evening enjoying your club. It is nice for one to be able to freely be themselves.
The one night that the VIP in the club gets kicked out of the VIP section.
Yeah, Zach's gonna come catch up with you and be like, "Oh, yay, you know, they're doing some bottle bots. You wanna go watch? I got a bet on one of them."
Bottle bots?
Yeah, I mean, it's not as fancy as it sounds. It's just like you get these like really sturdy bottles, like some like wine bottles or whatever. You bring your own, spinning against each other. You got this like concrete box thing, and you know, whichever one breaks first, so it stops spinning, loses.
Well, that
Super
sounds
dangerous, but it's nice.
Yeah.
like a lovely time, but I will pass tonight. Thank you.
Oh no, he was gonna.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
Eliza's not invited.
Oh, okay. You were talking to Eliza. Good.
No. Zach definitely wouldn't found Amber because like he was uncomfortable
sorry.
the whole Heather
I
thing.
misunderstood.
Yeah. It's not that he dislikes Eliza.
Oh, Heather hasn't headed back to the table.
I just don't think that like Zach doesn't think that Eliza wants to go watch Bottle Bot.
I think Amy
Zach
will,
would have been
Amy is
correct.
going to do like a European kiss goodbye with Eliza too.
Oh.
Oh, I should say you'll want to meet, unless you'd like to have lunch with your mother. It would probably be best if we met in the morning.
Mamma mia, here we go
Here we go
again.
again. Bye bye. Why
How
you
much
for
I
the
hate
warning.
you.
Why
Thank
do
you for
you
the
resist
warning.
her, Amy?
I think I have a feeling that she will probably be stopping by anyway, but yes, it might be best if we met earlier.
Of course, it would have been rude to not give you a heads up.
I give a smile at that.
Yeah. She smiles and turns and leaves the club.
Yeah, I think Amber is. Are you interested in those plans?
Like, BattleBot sounds good. How much money did you put down?
Like 50.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure of this green bottle. Like I've seen it in a few other contests. They're pretty sturdily made.
Like, I think you're right. I think you're right.
All right, so they'll head out in the
Zach has
roast.
bottle stats in his head, like some people have, like sports players and stuff.
It's the Minneapolis special.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it secretly because you tried to break it before?
Unless it's
Or
just a fun way
accident?
I mean, look, the club is getting awkward. Let's just go enjoy some people shouting at shiny things.
I just
Like, that's fair.
before we pull the curtain for the night, I'm going to fight off the sneeze, or no, I'm not. Okay.
Bless you.
Okay. Thank you. I thought I was going to overcome. I did not. All right. Sneeze 1, Natalie 0. Before we wrap up tonight, I'm going to end us on a cliffhanger. And I'm going to say, you hear Heather yell, "She said no!" And then a loud thud. As if, perhaps, a body hit a wall.
Oh.
And
Body hit the wall. Body hit the wall.
let the bodies hit the wall.
Hit the wall. Let the bodies hit the
So,
wall. Let the bodies hit the wall.
That's
I love
where-
how we're ending on that.
that's our little cliffhanger. Until next week. I hope you like it. Yeah, gonna be delightful, I think. Anyway, so let's go in reverse order. But now we're gonna do your favorite part, and if you would like, a little bit about promoting yourself, and that will bring us to my lady Cyto.
Hello, my name is Milady Cyto. You can catch me here where I play Amber on Sundays at 8 p.m., as well as on my channel where I play tabletop games on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and sometimes Saturdays. There's some stuff coming to the YouTube. My brain is so tired. It's been a crazy day. It's been a crazy day. I guess say what my favorite part is, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, good.
you get to is right. You don't have to.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember if you said that part. I don't know why I didn't think you said it. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I copy so much from you. That's one of the things.
I mean, I like to think that we share.
Okay, thank you. That's you're so
Sharing is
generous.
caring.
It was so
But
fun to play.
I-
I'm gonna save that for my part. Never mind.
I actually enjoyed heavily the little snarky comments back and forth. I feel like it's plays to the mentality of like Amber slightly is kind of like salty about it type situation. Like this girl has the opportunity to have like what is the effectively a good schooling on her powers and things like that. And Amber had to kind of learn a lot of her stuff like on the raw deal. And she's like a little bit salty already. And then this girl comes in with a little bit of bite, and I just all's running through her head is like, okay, well, and I think I can't wait till next session too, because I think she's gonna hold that against a lot of the group too. I think she'll hold it a little bit to the group. Like, oh well, I mean, you thought it was funny, didn't you, Amy? When that last girl, I'm sure you can handle the rest of it. Like a little bit salty. Like she's gonna, because I think the only ones who really know about her powers is the immediate group. So that's like her power family, I guess would be the best way to say it. So it might push her back to her own family.
Interesting.
But
Another.
I think she's
another
very
cliffhanger.
yeah, I think she's a very she's very closed off emotionally, but she doesn't show a lot of that stuff. So I really liked it when Zach kind of read some of that and was like, "Oh, do you want to go this way?" And like for the battle bottles and stuff like that, because it was very adorable.
Delightful. Thank you very much. I do believe.
Also, people are more generous with your bets when you bring a pretty girl. So
True.
Aww. I promise I'll look better next week.
So like, but you're like bringing embers. Like you want bad bats.
I mean, obviously, didn't get invited, right? If they wanted someone like the She-Hulk, they would invite. Oh
my
you
God,
wouldn't even
rude.
fit that
You're the one that's
classification
green.
either.
Fucking pothead.
You wouldn't
Anyway.
even fit that classification either. You should feel real bad about yourself. I didn't even have to use my powers against yours.
Oh my goodness. I did it to myself. Well, that's all non-canon.
Yeah.
Tit for tat there. But
There
let's go to.
There was so much hard. It was so hard to hold that back. Like in the fight, I was like, God, like I was like, but she's not
Hey,
that type
I laid
of
the
person.
bait out. I laid the bait out for you with the. I let you in, and
I
you
know.
did not take it. I'm proud of you.
She was
and sad.
She
for
was
my GM.
whew. She's just that. She's a different type of saucy. She's that type of saucy that is more frustrating for me when someone doesn't. When I'm getting saucy with them and they don't respond back, I'm like, I need you to respond. I called you a bitch. You need to respond to me. If you walk away, we are not done.
I just want to see the look on Heather's face after you like drain the life force out of someone real fast, and her be like, "Oh my God, you touched me."
Life force.
Oh my goodness! All right, let's move on up to Hope. A little bit about yourself, where we can find you if you would like, and your favorite part.
Yeah, great. On Hope, you can find me here on Sundays, on my Lady Cyto's channel on Mondays, back here on Tuesdays, and every once in a while on Voice from the Baltic Star channel on a Saturday for various games last weekend. This last weekend, it was Save Dave, where clearly I am Dave's best friend because I'm the most deserving. The rest of the weekend you'll find me there in the chat. So my favorite part of this is just how off center Zach becomes when someone is just like snooty with him. Like he had no idea what to do with that. Why would anybody ever do that? Except they totally would. He just never has to be in that environment usually.
Yeah. It's a whole nother world for Zach to see.
I also liked how we're all just like, everyone was just waiting for Amy to get up there because obviously Amy's going to do the explaining.
True.
Obviously.
She's
not
like the
any of
Beverly
us.
It really-
of.
It really
the
felt like
pentagram.
mom and dad, right? I'm like, can you please get up here? The children are fighting, and then when when Amy was like, I don't know how else to explain, then she looks over at Zach and like, I need you to step up here for a minute. Like it was definitely parental feeling a little bit.
I love that.
Mommy and daddy vibes.
Home away from
Daddy,
home.
you're fighting.
All right. Moving on over to Dennis, where we can find you and your favorite part if you would like. Whoops.
You can find me on Twitter at Holy Night Petty, and you can find me in the Discord in either of these Discord channels as Lord Petty Panda. But My favorite part of the night was definitely the cat fight, and also the fact that I just have an NDA ready to whip out of my suit jacket at any given moment.
I mean, you've established.
I know, but it's just wonderful.
Yeah.
I do like learning that not all vampires apparently have super strength. I thought they all did. That's a dentist's racism.
They don't sparkle either.
It's
I
a
know
very
they don't
late 90s
sparkle,
thing.
but I just assumed all vampires had super strength, you know? Just did.
That's fine.
But, you know, it's a great time. I also really enjoy that Samuel will be learning Demon at some point. I feel like he might need it. But yeah, today was just a lot of fun. I just enjoyed a lot of the role play that happened, and the fact that now next week we all get to fight things, and I have a feeling that a lot of vampires are going to be attacking us.
I mean, who knows? We'll have to
me
find
and
out
Amber,
next week.
We're off to the bottle bots.
And no, Kelly,
Right?
at least in this world, at least in this canon, and other ones too. But yeah, there's a different. I wanted to find like a different strokes for different folks, but vampire related, and I not find it. I'm sure there is something delightful there.
Different things for different bangs.
There we go. See, we got it. Let's.
Oh my god.
So sorry.
It's okay. You're delightful. Robin, a little bit, or where we can find you, sorry, and your favorite part, if you please.
Robin, you can find me on Twitter at KaikaC. You can find me here on Tuesday nights in Transporter Room 3 with Hope and Natalie talking about Star Trek The Next Generation. And you can find me on Wednesday nights on me Lady Cyto's channel.
Oh my god, look what you've done, Dennis. Look what
I
you've
know,
done.
exactly.
So sorry, Maledo.
On Once Upon a Leap, and on Thursday night in Azure Kingdom, a campaign run by Anarchy Tony. Favorite part? It was interesting to start to dig into to like some of our characters and like, however Amber feels about Amy and the rest of the group. I think Amy also feels very irritated with Amber, in the kind of like what the fuck's your problem? Like you know that this
You don't
Heather's
get women, Amy.
You weren't there. You didn't see it happen.
this Heather.
We all did.
This
We want no
Heather's-
part of it.
This Heather is not going to steal Samuel away from you.
I can't wait for it to play out too, because it'll be a wonderful like I can see Amy turn around like, it's literally our job, and it's like, oh, I'm sorry, if I wanted to clean up shit, I'd be a janitor.
And Amy might say, "All right then."
Nope,
know where
I'm
the
not
mop is.
looking for one. I'm not looking for a job. Like I said, if I wanted to.
Yeah, so I think there's that. There's the feeling that Amy. I mean, it's kind of how I set up the character, like, started setting up the character both with the club and in other ways. Is that she is, I don't know, kind of the meeting point of like, she's someone who can hang out with Zach, but she can also hang out with Samuel. If that makes any sense.
Yeah,
like
I think you're doing that very well.
She can kind of hang out in a lot of different worlds, but then trying to but that can also be, really problematic. But also, I think it'll be interesting, to see if Amber opens up at all about like being jealous of Heather, because I think that is much more likely to win sympathy from Amy. Because like Amy, like I think she gets intellectually the need for like, that there's these humans who have like these superpowers, like all of a sudden for like no readily apparent reason, and like they don't have the benefit of being like from like a vampire community or a demon community, like, and I think she intellectually gets that and wants to do something about it, but like I don't know if she really quite gets like what that feels like, if that makes any sense. Like,
Yeah.
it's not.
No,
It's
I
not
get
as
it.
real.
Like
It's not as real for her. Like, so I think like, it could be a good learning moment for Amy to be like, oh, like, I'm sorry that I put you in, like, just assumed that like this wouldn't be a difficult thing for you. Like, I don't think she really occurred to her that like this would be like could be a hard thing for Amber to do, if that makes any sense.
Mhm.
Like put a lot of stress on her in that way. So I think that'll be interesting to see how that all
Yeah,
plays out.
I agree.
it's
And-
definitely gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and that will leave
yes.
us. Oh, sorry.
And I'm very curious, like, what happens next week when
Yeah.
apparently my club is about to break out into a giant brawl.
I mean, it could be that. It could be other things. Who knows? We'll have to find out. But
Someone's getting spanked.
I am Natalie, also known as Dark Aardvark. You are already on my Twitch, so I don't need to promote you there. But you can find me on the Twitter at @dark_aardvark. It is one of the best places to keep up with me. The other best place is the Discord, as mentioned before. And also you can check out the YouTube for the video on demand. If something that one of my shows that you like, the VOD drops off of the Twitch here, you can go over to YouTube and find stuff. Unfortunately, it means that Transporter Room 3, we're starting the catalog with season 3. I have copies of all of season 3. Unfortunately, seasons 1 and 2 of it, aside from the pilot episode, where we talk about the first 7 seasons of episode 1, I think Robin and I, is lost.
Right.
It's lost media at this point.
So
in
if
time.
you can find a copy of it that somebody recorded off their computer, it's worth a lot of money.
I'm sure there's a ton of those. Yeah. So
Lost episodes.
season 3 of TNG. Not all of it's there, but it will be. I have it all recorded, safe. I shouldn't say that. I'm tempting fate very heavily, especially since I bricked my computer last week. So knock on wood. For that, but my favorite parts were many. I've been waiting so long to bring this voice character in. It's so cool that I had the chance to do that. It's Cyto and I have played characters that were mean to each other before, but it's fairly rare. And it's
so uncomfortable.
It's always a lot of fun.
In the best way, in the most entertaining boy, I'm glad I don't have to do that kind of way. I get my fill with Tia.
Yeah. It's so much fun because we're both confident enough in our relationship that we can and especially, if we were being mean like that to each other as people, it might be one thing.
Yeah.
But so
yeah, we
that's
too tight to let tabletop squabbles to be something real.
And Heather was designed I didn't want to, not everybody you go to recruit's going to devolve to a fight, but it's not all going to be, there's probably going to be some that are like totally pleasant, but Heather was designed to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
For you guys to deal with, and I think I nailed it.
I'm sure she's fine when we get used to her.
Yeah. Yeah, and I did say,
don't you challenge the GM like that. Don't you challenge the GM like that.
Challenge
accepted. Like that. Like I could see absolutely Amber turn around and saying, so like you really do never learn, right? Like something really is gonna have to change, like your face.
You might even be prettier after I'm done beating your face in.
Oh Lord!
God, this isn't canon.
I know, right?
It's just gonna be like
World War III.
Zach, you want to just go upstairs and shag?
Yeah.
Just leave this all.
Yeah, babe. Sorry. Anyway. Yeah. So, just so much fun. I loved. I honestly hadn't until Dennis mentioned it. I had not considered like a vampire drinking celestial person's blood,
I
which is
forgot
why it's
about it
spicy. Because
until
I had to.
I had him taste it.
It might have been different if I would have thought of things ahead of time. It might have had a different result, but it's kind
Spicy works.
yeah. So Heather is the equivalent of a superhero in Pinterest and nailed it. Thank you. Samuel's blood was spicy for the vampire because his powers are like heavenly based. And you know, vampires and religion don't really mix. So I like the notion that it's spicy, and I like Robin's point that maybe if you could find a way to, I mean, there's easier ways to get stuff that'll hurt vampires than purifying Samuel's blood. But it's definitely an option. Out on the table now.
Amy may have something in her desk that helps her get drunk, but she really wants to get drunk.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought you were gonna make it to that one of those situations where the vampire goes like slightly crazy a little bit, like Berserker.
He can walk in sunshine.
No, like Berserker, like whenever you've had something that's too good.
Oh.
Right? I was a little scared. I was like, you just did that in this club.
Also was
and
nervous.
I was like, everyone's either gonna get and then oh no,
that's a good
I
point.
was really scared. I was real scared because it was like, oh well, maybe because once you've had something really good, why would you want to go back?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or if a fight breaks out when there's a lot of vampires around, and if say like, you know, maybe they lose a little bit of control when they're not expecting to smell blood, and all of a sudden, you know, there's a powder keg / maybe it'll all end with a conversation real quickly at the beginning next time. That's all of these things are possible. I'm not gonna force anything to happen. So yeah, but we'll have to tune in next week. Well, you'll have to tune in. We'll have to show up for which we are planning on doing. But until then, okay, bye.
Bye.